Mwah.
Aww.
happy today, the day that is today, National Horny Day.
It is.
Happy Horny Day.
Happy Horny Day.
It's not really a Canadian thing because it's National Horny Day, not International Horny Day. I don't think there is an International Horny Day. But hey, hi. Speaking of horns, dragons have those, and we're gonna heist some of those today on the thing with dragons.
This Saturday, I'm mad. I just realized this Saturday's game is gonna miss the 19th by a day. I'm mad.
No.
I'm so angry. All right, Aaron.
I've never been more angry.
Heckin', I'm gonna eat one of my pointy pain math rocks, and it's gonna knock in me a number. So I'm just gonna go ahead and yeet it again.
I like pointy.
There we go.
Whoa.
A leaf.
Hi.
More like a loaf.
Was ist das that happened last time?
Well, you see, in the last time, we made our way up the stairs, right? And we went up the stairs. That was like the big thing that happened the time before. And we did it, and immediately went back down because there was shit all upstairs.
Turns out the stairs were a red herring.
We never even used the keys that we found.
A deliberate trick on the part of Aaron to
I
go
kept
upstairs
those
there.
keys.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, you guys went to all of the doors that are open already.
I kept those keys. They're mine now.
I wonder what secrets we didn't find.
But we went up another set of stairs, and up there were two groups of people fighting each other. There were the Xantarine?
Mm-hmm.
The Xantarine boys fighting the guards of the household, and we were like, "Hey, yo, we're totally on your side," until we started punching you.
Which one?
So we started punching them, you see.
Yeah. Well,
And then they basically nearly killed me, which sucked. But then, like, that didn't happen after that, because, like, all of the lay on hands went in. Which we regretted a little bit later, because Bax fell over.
that's okay. Don't worry about that. It's best it was him.
We saw that the little, like, mechanical boyo went by a slightly open door, so we charged our way in there, found a pretty handsome half-orc, but only handsome in handsomeness, not in personality, as he hurt my friend and tried to throw him into a fire, which kind of sucked, kind of ruined the mood, you know, just saying. All my friend did was, like, one-shot his boss, you know, whatever. Right in the fucking face. It was great. After we, you know, had a bit of a stalemate, nobody wanting to kill anybody, this one dude came in, whom I can't remember his name, the guy who was, like, really stab happy.
Heckin' Urstel?
Urstel Floxen.
Urstel.
Yeah.
Urstel made his way in with the best character in the game thus far, and he was all like, hey, I'm gonna stab this guy if you guys don't give me that thing. And we're like, yeah, that thing probably left. And he's like, I'm gonna stab him. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. We eventually decided to stay with our peeps on this side, because again, the one he was trying to stab was the greatest character in the game thus far. And we shifted him down a little bit. Unfortunately, when we shifted him down, he was also cut on his neck a little and died. So that sucks. We followed Urstel outside. He got on a super fast horse and went super fast. And then the SWAT team showed up, and now, you know, we just had a big chat with those guys, and they took us to jail. And then the black staff was like, "Hey, get them out of jail," and now we're out of jail. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Indeed, Rooney. Yeah, that's fairly comprehensive.
Yeah.
You guys at the end of last session made your way home, where you would have discovered your new toy, Torin,
Oh yes.
awaiting you on the front counter at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just mark you guys as a long rest, since I think that's what you were planning on doing at the end of the last session.
Is it
Probably.
a deck of many things? Did you ask for a deck of many things? Did you make the smart decision? A deck of many things is a deck of many things, but Fucking what? Fucking a castle's one thing.
Could help you for investigation.
Man,
could also
fucking a
send
castle's
his
one thing, but a
business
deck of many
soul.
things could be anything. It could even be a castle.
Aaron, have I always had an inspiration? It says
Remember,
I
he
have
don't
gave us
remember.
inspiration a while
Yeah,
ago.
did you ever use the one I gave you? Because I gave everyone one when we had Nat19 on the 19th.
Yes.
I don't know.
Enjoy that inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron, I also have one.
Listen, okay?
I acquired it at some point in the far past.
In the far
You
past.
have to believe me.
It was always
Everyone take an
there.
inspiration.
No, you don't have to do
I was
that.
about to.
No, I'll take mine off. It's gone. How dare you give in?
I don't remember I don't remember how I got this, so I'd be fine taking.
Get an
mine off, too.
iPhone.
I'll just take mine off too.
Okay. There we go.
Get an iPhone if you're gonna give in on something, so I can give you a fucking case.
Oh. Steve Jobs is a hack.
What?
Anyway.
What's
It's so
Inuyasha?
hard. You'll need a ladder to get on my level.
No, Inuyasha's a hack.
Fucking dog-eared nerd. Let me get rid
Kids,
of.
I'd like to tell you
Combat
that the
Tracker,
voices in
who
my head
no
stopped
longer
one
have
day.
anything to do
They
with
never did.
What's going on now? Ursula can go away. Crabaz can go away. And all the
Crabs.
crabs.
So we're each a core
Rest-
member of the team with
Crabbles.
different key
I'll
attributes.
find you next time, Rabs.
Alright, so we're back.
Alright, 6. Moving on through.
What? What's happening?
It is. I was just long resting you guys for the evening. If you guys want to do anything the night you get back, you can. But I'm just getting the mechanics
Gotcha.
done ahead of time.
I just
I want to go and fight somebody with my new long rest.
So ahead of just getting ahead of the curve here, party. What do we currently wish to do? Like, what if we Urstil got away and we don't have that stone still, right?
We still don't have the stone. The nimble right went off with it.
Yeah.
We could
We don't
try
really
to
have any
track down
leads.
either of them, but the nimble right, they said they were made at a certain place, right?
Yep. The Nimblewrights are a part of the House of Gond. There is a notable temple nearby. Let me get its name here so I don't forget. Mr. Nimblewright.
Yes.
I believe Torin is the one who really knew about this since he's lived here forever.
I've been here a couple days. Okay.
I know all about the
Way longer than
Nimblewrights.
that.
I
It's
threw
not
him
that big of a city.
I threw him out of a bar once, which tells me that I have more street smarts than him, so I know everything better.
Yeah, the House of Inspired Hands is a large temple to Gond in Waterdeep
Okay.
that you'd be aware of, and they have a myriad of the things.
Myriad. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, other than that, do we have any other leads?
We could check out where they were made. We could talk to our detective boy and see if we can put him on the case for anything. But in the meantime, what do we really have to do? Apart from wait to see if anybody comes to our guild and asks for us to do a job, looks out window.
Thunder crashes. No, literally,
Soon.
it does.
Oh, it's raining.
Soon. Soon.
Someone cast Thunderwave now.
I see.
It's not quite hitting the area you're in, but you can see the early stages of lightning, thunder off in the distance.
See it coming closer.
Do you, Torin or Bax, think that you'd be able to arrange another, or like an interrogation with the lady we just met, and or her bodyguard with like the city guard or whatever?
Like through my connections with the Zentrim, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how many favors I should be going around pulling from them, but I could always ask, and if they say no, then they say no. I have a feeling, though, that if I want to cash in on anything else with them, I'm probably going to have to do some work for them in the near future. Probably beforehand, actually.
Yeah, probably. What about you, Torin?
Maybe. I'm an ex-guard, so I might be able to do something. At least, but...
Because I
I mean, we already tried talking to her, though. So...
Yeah, but I just finished up a thing recently that could help get some information out, even if she's not willing to share. I could go ahead and just poke into her brain and see what she's thinking.
Oh.
I didn't
Might be
prepare it
useful.
yesterday because I didn't think I was going to need it, but
I can see what strings I can pull.
Yeah, I could go back and I could also check with my connection. I'm not terribly optimistic, though, that they're just going to keep doing favors for me unless I help them out.
yeah.
Oh man, all this rain is making me so lethargic.
I get that.
We don't have any rain shutters yet.
Yeah.
We still haven't paid those people to do anything with our house because I don't know if we have enough money.
Yo, can we teach Dedricite to just, like, mop up?
I don't know.
Well,
Looks away. Now Baxter wants to throw me aside. I'm kidding.
Yo, Ghost! Do you clean? Judging by the state of the place when we found it, I'm guessing that you probably don't, but
Yeah.
could you?
There's no response.
Freeloader.
Freeloader. Well, yeah, probably not then.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hey, Alif.
I'm kidding.
I recently acquired something that might prove useful for this case from my organization. It's not very useful in my hands, but it might be useful in more dexterous hands.
I'll take it.
Did I say, Bex?
No, you said more dexterous hands, and mine are definitely more dexterous than yours.
I was addressing Alif.
Ah.
I said Alif at the start of my sentence.
And maybe you were telling her about a gift you were planning on giving to me. I don't know. As you were, cop. I get it. You don't want to get me a gift. You don't have to go on and rub it in my face that you get other people gifts. I'm going upstairs.
Good night, Bax.
Good night.
And then he leaves. Yeah, I take out the ball of just. It looks like a rubber band ball, just with iron bands, though.
Yep.
What is this?
Well, they're called the iron bands of Bolaro. They're for you can throw it at someone, and they the bands outstretch around a person using a command word, and then they contract, trapping the person.
Trapping them?
Yeah, making sure they don't. They're more effective, like handcuffs. There you go.
Cuffs?
Yeah. They're very hard to, and they're extremely hard to break.
Just stands there. That's great.
Now, I don't have very dexterous hands, so... A leaf.
I should take this to Baxter. I understand.
I was wondering if you wanted to hold on to it just in case we need it.
Looks at Torin, looks at Ball. Torin is asking me to do something, but I is scared of the ball.
It's not gonna hurt you.
Like
You need a
reaches
command
out for
word in
it.
order to even activate it, and you have full control over where you throw it. It'll be fine.
Reaches out for it. Takes ball in hand.
I entrap her. No.
I speak the command word. Ah!
You fool.
Fell right into my trap. I've been working for your boss for your boss the entire time.
This scene's really elaborate.
You're right. I give it to her. You basically make a fucking dexterity based like range attack roll with it.
Chuck a ball at a dude and he gets bald, dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
In a nutshell, in the case.
She looks at it. She looks back at him. I'll try not to waste it.
Appreciate it if you didn't, because I'm gonna need that back once this thing is over.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
These are super breakable.
It's a DC 20 strength check.
Yep,
Not easily breakable.
I disagree.
I'm not planning on entrapping a barbarian, thanks.
Bags, I found this cool thing. Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming this happened at night, so
Yes.
yeah. Well, I think it's time we all get some rest. I'm trying to get some leads in the morning.
What are we gonna do if we run across that man again? There's no way we can keep up with that horse he has.
Well, you just have to. Well, you can entrap him before he gets to that horse.
Or I could entrap the horse.
Don't. I mean, you could, but don't. It'd be much easier just to entrap him.
You don't know. I'm kidding.
Unless he's on the horse.
Unless he's on the horse. I mean,
Then-
it can.
then
it
he'll
can
just
entrap
ride away
things
really
up to
awkwardly.
Huge.
Yep.
So maybe it can get both of them. Okay.
If you trap two things in it, would one be able to aid the other's strength check?
I don't think you actually can.
Rules is written you cannot trap two creatures.
Yeah.
To be fair, even if one was not trapped by the other, they'd be able to aid the other.
Yeah.
Although a horse is not going to aid its master in doing something like that.
It is not smart enough to do so.
Yeah.
Nor could it really. Was it gonna like put its hooves on it and be like, I got you. Hold on, Shrek. Pull on this.
He pulls out like a pair of horse glasses, puts them on his face, pulls out like little thief tools.
Perfect.
That you can use with hooves, you see.
Now I'll just find a lock. Just gotta find a lock on it. It's lucky for you for this exact situation that you invested in the intelligent horse that had a +10 in lock picking, so I could undo this lock. You paid a lot of money for me. I just need to find a lock on it. Just need to. I'm gonna get you out of here. This is gonna paid off. You made the right call. There doesn't seem to be a lock on it. And can't seem to.
This looks like a lock to you.
It's just a bunch of bands.
Yeah, no, I can't help you.
Nah, I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna go eat some hay. All right, have a good one.
Hey.
What kind of a waste of an intelligent horse? Says the horse.
Just has an accident.
Are we going?
existential
Are
crisis.
we going to sleep then and reconvening in the morning?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
sounds like it.
Evening
I believe
passes without incident.
Nothing explodes outside of our window again?
Nothing explodes outside your window this evening.
Damn it, Aaron! I wanted incident.
When do we get
you-
the superhero jump out our windows again, Aaron?
It's been like literally 24 hours.
Too much time has passed.
I need my fix.
You wake up to the sound of a decently strong enough rain that it's hard to call it a light rain, but not exactly pouring either. Pattering off of the side of the building. The streets themselves outside look a bit wet.
Okay. Well, it's gonna move on then.
Yeah. Who wants to come with
What do
me
we
to go
wanna
talk
try?
to the Zentarim?
Well, before we do that, do we want to check out the place where they make the?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess if we don't have to indent ourselves further to the Zentarim, we should try to avoid that. Sure.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'd really like to not be in debt to them. That'd be cool.
Now, don't worry, you're not. Just me.
I
And
know,
the
I don't
business I
want
helped
you
to
to be.
run.
I really. Okay.
Speaking of which, we really need to get this place on its feet so it can start making us money.
I agree.
All right.
All right.
After this whole thing is done, maybe.
Let's head to the Temple of Gond,
Onward.
where the puppets are kept. That's my note about the Temple
You know,
of
and by
God.
making us money, she more means make you guys money. Anyway, so.
Oh, you guys continue? I'm going to be on mute for just a sec.
Wow. Wow.
Wow!
Wow. Okay.
Baxter splashing in puddles.
Okay.
He's
So we
like-
go to we head
to
north
the-
for the
The
Temple of
the
God?
temple.
Yep.
Waterdeep players. That one's the most. Let me see if I can find it where it is so I can point it out to you guys to show you where you are.
How do you spell Gond?
He says as
G-O-N-D.
he says as he pulls out a battle map. Don't worry about this, guys.
It is at the T-junction in the C ward. So you're looking right around there.
I'm back in.
Sharon,
back in.
welcome back, just in time. So that's where you guys are headed.
Oh,
All right. That
that's,
one.
that's a decent bit away from us.
Everything's a decent bit away from you in Waterdeep.
Yep. It's Waterdeep.
Not that one manor.
Every
We
wa-
just
yeah,
went
it's
to-
true. That one is perfectly close.
Except for all the things that aren't.
Yeah, every ward is like the size of your average town.
You know, when you think about it, everything is close, except for when it isn't.
On a cosmological scale.
Except when it isn't.
In relative terms,
Really think.
everything is close to something that's close to something that's close to something that's close to something that's close to you.
6 degrees of separation, yeah. You guys
Cool, so we
begin,
go to the temple.
you guys are walking?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're looking at about an hour to get there. It's fairly early in the day. You see a few people out, you see people in raincoats and cloaks up, you see a few people have carriages that have been lined with effectively small awnings on the side to prevent people from getting too wet. And the odd umbrella here and there.
Okay.
As you make your way through the town. Streets, there's like a light mist that seems to be building up. It's just hanging around your feet currently, but the rain and everything, it looks like fog might be rolling in.
Ah, shit.
Oh no.
We're going to Strad.
Fucking Aaron is like, I liked that book more.
It was more fun.
Just like,
You-
You guys thought we were doing Dragon Heist.
We're doing Strahd again.
I'm going back to Strahd.
The only dragon getting heisted around here is Tor to Barovia.
No! No!
Strahd didn't get his fill of adventurers fucking with his shit last time.
Stupendous.
So yeah, we go to that place.
You make your way towards the Temple of Gond through the mostly empty streets. It takes you a while, but you get there. As you approach, the building itself looks like a strange mix between a temple and a workshop. And there's a symbol of Gond, a large toothed cog with 4 spokes displayed prominently on top of one of the entrances. Above it, like perched near the side of the rooftop, you see a silhouette of a humanoid shape. It extends an arm outwards, and you see a small bird fly off of it. It does a few loops and flips in the air, and then it turns and veers straight towards you guys.
Oh, jeez!
Whoa! I cast Scorching Ray.
I kill it.
Roll me initiative.
No, I'm kidding.
I climb on top of something high so I can jump off and land in the action hero pose.
And you wanna cast Scorching Ray?
No, I'm kidding.
I'll punch it if it's coming at me. I'll fucking do
Still
it.
roll me initiative.
I'm doing
Oh,
it.
we're actually okay.
If it comes within range and seems
Did
to
it!
be nice. If it comes within range and seems to be aggressive, then yeah, I'm a punt. Do we recognize it? Have we seen this kind of bird before anywhere?
At this distance with the rain, not sure. It's about 60 feet away from.
I would warn it that it should stop coming at us, but everything that I've tried to warn that we're friendly and it should stop has never stopped, so I've decided let's just skip to the beating up part. Come at me, bird!
I don't make any preparations. I think it's just a bird.
Same.
Alrighty.
We got this. Alif, quick! Throw the bands!
I just fucking any excuse I use it. Yeah!
Oh, is this how my master felt?
I
Alif.
enjoy this.
Alif, I've got an idea. Quickly,
Okay.
give me the bands. I got I can't explain my idea. Hands bands, throws it. Yeah! It was just to use the bands. I just wanted to use the bands.
Around how far away is it?
60 feet.
Oh.
But heading
that's,
straight at us.
It's a bit.
Yep.
It's a bit further than I was hoping it would be. I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Alrighty, what are the range on darts?
I don't remember. Let me look.
I think they're similar
60
to
feet.
yeah.
All the way up to 60 feet with disadvantage.
Alrighty.
wanna move closer
Roll a range attack with disadvantage.
Do you want to move closer to it?
Well, it's like in the air, right?
Yep.
Like, how can I move closer to it?
It's probably
Okay,
coming.
I thought-
It's probably coming at an
Yeah,
angle,
it's
so
like
you could Pythagorean yourself to get probably closer. But I'm gonna guess the range on darts, based on memory, is 2060, right?
Yeah, it's 26.
So I doubt there's any way that if it's coming at a diagonal from you in the air, you probably can't get within 20 feet of it.
Run up a wall.
No,
I
you
haven't
are a
got
monk.
that yet.
Oh, you don't have that
Yeah,
yet.
that's
All right.
like.
I was gonna
level
be like,
9.
I was gonna be like,
Remember?
actually, of all classes, you may have the most utility in getting close to it. But
Hey-ya!
nice.
Uh-huh. You double take. That hits. Roll damage.
Hey-ya!
It explodes.
Yeah! Soon as that
Wow.
thing swoops down, I fucking just dart it.
Does it explode into like blood or?
Cogs and small bits of metal begin to rain about you as the shards of this mechanical bird scatter all over the wet streets.
Fucking take that, bird.
Torin,
Yeah.
or more, I guess I'm asking. I'm retroactively asking this because it seems like a common sense thing. You have a general knowledge of Waterdeep, yeah?
I'd say so.
So, do you know if this place is usually friendly, / would you have heard any rumors about any weird things they do? Like when people visit, Do they send, for example, a robot bird to greet them? Just as a wild example.
Yeah. Now, I, as a player, don't know for sure, but I'm just, I'm gonna assume that since they make, like, all the robots that help people out and whatnot, I assume they're friendly.
The Temple of Gond, yeah, the Nimble Rites are built here, and they kind of only appear around the temple itself or in the parades that it holds. There's never been any recordings of mechanical bird attacks.
Yeah.
But
No
are
one's
there-
There's a
filed
first
the-
time for
but
everything.
the question
no one's
is
filed
more:
a police report.
are there reports of mechanical bird use? It's not so much is the attack irregular as much as is the use of birds normal.
I assume so. I assume they don't just make nimble rights. It might just be like a little tinkering temple. I don't know.
I see. Just
That
trying
would
to
be, yeah, about as much as I think Torn would know in general. He wouldn't be intimately familiar with Gond. It's
it's a big
ways
city.
away.
There's a lot of things here you wouldn't have. In the same way that I don't probably know the general day-to-day schedule of the fucking theater we saw Dear Evan Hansen at. All right. Does anything else happen afterwards?
I murder the bird.
Oh.
It's now been murdered.
What is the figure doing? If Bax sees the bird get destroyed, he'd be keeping his eye on the figure up top.
You see it watch for a few seconds, and then it turns and appears to go back inside the temple.
Okay. I have a distinct feeling that we just left a bad first impression. But at the same time, so did they, in my opinion. So, it evens out.
It's like a bad first impression. It's like I thought I hit it pretty well.
Oh, you did. You hit it really well.
Yeah.
That's not being debated here.
Yeah.
Probably gonna expect payment for that.
Fucking.
It was really hard to. It was really hard to get a good angle in the rain.
I
Let's go inside.
Yeah.
bet. Do it.
Yeah.
You walk in.
Oh.
There are several. The large doors themselves are unlocked and slightly open, so it's easy to push them apart. You see people buzzing about, moving from area to area. There's about 24 marble pedestals, each one with what looks like different inventions or things placed on display. Several that stand out. There's a 4-foot tall model of a clock tower. Seemed to be made of a mixture of wood, iron, and glass. There is what looks like a flying machine.
What?
There is a mechanical miniature dragon turtle.
Oh. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
When you say
There
miniature,
is-
may I ask, so is it like miniature sized or it is like car sized, but it's miniature for a dragon turtle?
For a dragon turtle. This one would fit on a pedestal, so it's about,
Okay.
I'd say, like a bowl
Okay.
size.
Basically, I was wondering, like, could one, for example, drive the miniature dragon turtle?
If that's the case, then we're stealing it.
You see a helmet that has small articulated metal arms
Oh,
on either side of the helmet.
well, that's great.
And there is a small model of what looks like a manta ray. And that's all you'd be able to see from the entrance.
This place is crazy.
Yeah, I've never been in here before.
Approaching you guys, you see a bronze dragonborn approach you.
Oh,
Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, greetings.
Come in, get out of the ring.
Does he look like he's wet at all?
The dragonborn?
Yeah.
They don't appear to be wet now.
Okay. So probably not the guy who sicked the bird on us.
Probably not.
No,
Probably
much
not.
even from the distance, because that was 150 feet away. If you were to try and put the Dragonborn mentally up, the Dragonborn is much bigger than the figure you saw up top.
Gotcha.
So, this temple makes the nimble rites that the city uses, right?
Yes, we make all sorts of things for the betterment of all peoples, really. The nimble rights are one of them.
Do you ever make nimble rights for like private use?
No, I can't say we do. They're normally, I mean, we're hardly the only people who make them, but our nimble rights typically only enter any sort of public service, either as part of celebration or if they're to accompany the guard or any other official group within the city.
Okay.
Can't even think that's been asked of us before.
Well, we're investigating an attack that was committed yesterday by a nimble right.
Hmm.
It,
Sounds horrible if that's true.
You say that you're not the only people to make them.
yeah.
No, we've had many gifted to us before. All it takes is a decent knowledge of magic and a hand for tinkering, and one could learn to make them fairly simply. We
I
had
see.
a wizard give us one not a few months ago.
A wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it?
What was his name? I'm gonna have her make a check to see if she remembers.
Man, there's a lot of... Nah, that pun won't work. I can't lead you into this using that. That would be shameful. Man, a lot of stuff here should be in storage. You fucking need to put it all in a lot of blocks and... Like blocks, and maybe that jogs your memory on Floxen. See, I told you it didn't work. But then as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, well, now I have to say the thing. Otherwise, so then I was like, nothing in here is in fucking boxes, and no one's gonna get blocks in, and no one's gonna get that I'm trying to say flocks in. It's nothing about it's gonna land.
It was a wizard from. See it? She got a natural 20, so I need to make sure I have all my information correct.
To the best of their ability.
Yeah, to any reasonable degree. A Latinese wizard named Amasis Dunnell.
Hmm. And now, why did they give you one?
He was, well, not as devout as any of us, obviously. A follower of Gond and his ways.
I see.
And he was in Waterdeep, the largest city around, and you're not apt to find a more exquisite temple than this one. Not without a good look, anyways.
Well, we're looking for one that would be owned or operated by someone who goes by the name Erstil Floxen. I don't suppose you'd have any idea where somebody with that name might be who would have access to these.
Erstil Floxen? No, I'm sorry, that name doesn't ring familiar at all.
Oh, darn. No, yes, he used to be part of our temple, but we disagreed, and he struck into a life of crime, because that's really where I was hoping this was heading.
Could I have insight her on that last bit?
Sure, roll insight.
Oh, yes, the possibility of lying, of course.
There didn't seem to be any hesitation. Seemed forthright as far as you can tell.
All right, cool. Possibility of lying. Shit.
Right. People can do that.
My brain's in a weird gear today.
That's totally fine.
You said that this temple is quite magnificent compared?
Most temples in Waterdeep have, well, not always the case. Most temples here are generally the biggest of any of their followings, just due to the sheer number of people.
Is that because of the welcome that one gets when coming here?
Have I done something specific that's been
Outside of the
notable?
temple, someone had sent forth a bird made of cogs.
Mechanical bird. Came straight at us.
That would be Nim. Follow me.
Okay. Time to get to the bottom of this bird thing.
Nim.
Nim. What was that? What was the name of that guy who was making the Nimbarites as well?
You mean the
guy
wizard?
who is making-
Yeah, the wizard guy.
Let me get his name again.
Nim is the war chief, leader of the horde.
It was Amasis Donnell. Amahsis Donall.
Donall?
Yeah.
Amasis Donald.
Amasis Donald. Okay, thank you.
I'm writing down notes on this, as you were.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Bax has a little notepad out.
Hell yeah. She starts walking up a spiral staircase that goes quite high. This is a very large building. After about 2 or 3 stories of climbing, you end up in an attic area. And she walks up to a door and goes to turn the handle. This lock is not... I don't have the key to this lock. Could any of you assist me with this?
I just fucking start walking up because I got
sure.
these tools.
Oh,
okay.
okay. I was like,
So
well, if you
fucking
were gonna
not that
punch
much.
it down, at least have the courtesy to let me be the one that stupidly tries to punch it
I was
down.
gonna pick
There's
it.
nothing responding.
Go for it.
Actually, no. I thought. Never mind. I thought I bought these tools. I guess I forgot to. Never mind.
We fucking open the door. Just, oh dear, yes, I forgot. We had a dungeon installed in the attic. You'll have to brave the many dangers of the attic dungeon if you wish
I
to.
walk up and
I was
walk
gonna
up
buy
and
these
cast
tools,
knock
but I
on the
forgot
door.
to.
Yep, that
There you go.
absolutely works. There's a resounding as the knock spell takes effect, and the door creaks and moves up. That would also be Nim. It appears he's installed new locks.
He can just do that.
Who is this? Who is this? Who is Nim?
He was the nimble right I was speaking of, who was gifted to us recently.
By the wizard.
Oh.
Yes.
And they behave strangely.
He's troublesome. He likes to build things.
So hold on, do the Nimblerites like have pseudo personalities of their own?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
I thought
To some
that
degree, yes.
to what I'd heard of them so far, I thought that they like were controlled by other people or obeyed simple commands.
They often obey commands. They're not they couldn't equal a living being in terms of complexity, but some of them have quirks of their own.
This one
In the
builds
case of-
stuff.
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting.
For instance,
Is
if you were to
this
give
one's
one an
quirk
order,
murder? I'm kidding.
if you were to give one an order, it would follow the order, assuming it was inclined to generally speaking the letter. So if you were to exclude certain that you would assume to be implied, they might not understand that. And
Could they hold
Not
a
useful.
conversation?
some, yes, absolutely.
Can this one?
Nim doesn't speak. No,
Ah.
he understands you though. Sometimes they can sign to you. Nim can.
But he
Nim,
has
where are you? Just
but he
walking
but he has the foresight to install new locks in his place.
through. They're quite clever.
That's pretty.
Very interesting.
If I didn't know this was a fucking Nimblerite going in, I'd swear this was just a shady person.
Do they just listen to anyone's orders?
Not normally, no. Most Nimblewrights here would only listen to any priest of Gond, or someone of any notable authority, like a guard.
What about Nim?
Nim will listen to me. Nim, get out here! Sits walking through.
Yo, I don't mean to pry. Sorry about all the questions here.
That's fine.
How do they know that you're a temple, that you're a priest of Gond? How, do you just gotta like put on the clothes or what?
I suppose. They have the ability to recognize you, so if they've been built here, they'll recognize the familiar faces more readily.
But if you put on like clothing
Suppose it's
associated with the
possible
temple,
to lie to one, sure.
oh, interesting.
I'm gonna... 1 second. Hold on.
What useful information?
Hold on. I'm just gonna take a general... As this guy's walking, I'm just like looking at his outfit being like,
Memorizing, scanning, filing away for later reconstruction.
You're gonna
you
dress
look
like
at her
a
robes.
girl roby.
You know I am.
They have
Dragon.
fairly simplistic designs with like cogs and different sort of mechanical patterns that seem to just line up with a lot of the filigree.
Also, Torin.
I need a
can't help but
robe.
notice
I need a robe and a
Dragon
toaster.
Girl. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Let's talk to this. Let's talk to this thing.
So we see Nim.
You do not see Nim.
I thought you said it
okay.
listens to you.
Yes, he's probably hiding because he knows I'm mad at him. Nim, get out here now.
How expressive.
After a little bit rummaging through the area, you see out of a pile of the entire attic itself is cluttered. You see tools and bits of metal, scrap, and cloth lined up all over the place. Out of a small pile of it, a mechanical being slowly steps out and gives a meek wave.
Throw a dart at it. I'm kidding.
Nim, I've told you to stop using your birds outside. They don't work.
No, it
Pretty
worked.
well.
It worked. Just
Till
looks
we
like it was
broke
gonna
it.
attack.
Did it try and crash into you?
Yeah.
That may have been what it was doing, yes.
Nim, your birds still don't work.
Well.
What are they supposed to do?
It gestures, looks down. He says sorry. They're supposed to act as though birds and fly around and simply, effectively be small companions. They usually perform most of these things, and then they have a habit of locking on to people and flying at them and not stopping.
Oh.
Does this Nimblewright look familiar to a Leaf? She saw.
Looks
she
nearly
saw the-
identical to the one you saw before.
Narrows eyes.
Do all Nimblewrights look like that, or
Most of them look the same.
Narrows eyes. I chucked the band out. I'm kidding.
Nim? Do you mind if we ask you some questions?
Through Valletta agrees to be questioned.
Okay. I'm really glad you can understand it.
It's useful to be able to speak with them in a more communicative way.
All right, first question. Is Valletta single, Nim? I need you to tell me. I'm a Dragonborn too. I'm kidding.
Don't trust him, he's a cop.
The fox
How about you
cheese it.
trust me because I am a cop? So, do you? I turned to the Dragonborn. Do you know where he was yesterday?
Him? Surely up here. He's been always tinkering away at something or another.
Did you?
He's also a
see
bit of a
him?
troublemaker, so we leave him in here most of the time.
Does he usually leave?
No. He typically is just building. I check in on him periodically throughout the day to make sure he's not causing trouble, although apparently I'm not doing a good enough job given that he got another bird outside.
Okay. All right. So Nim, what should I ask you? Nim.
Quite honest when he's been caught, so if you need to be straightforward, I wouldn't bother too much.
Why did you send that bird after us then?
He says that he didn't send it after you per se. He simply was playing with it and wanted to show off.
Were you here yesterday?
He says yes.
Better question will probably be, did you leave?
Oh yeah. Did you leave at all yesterday? Specifically yesterday morning.
No, he seems confused. No, he was here.
All right.
I can even answer that one.
Fair enough. Not a lot we can ask it then. We can't really tell if he's lying.
Would I know if detect thoughts would work on a construct?
You wouldn't.
Does it say it only works on like humanoids?
It
or...
says it works on creatures.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I could try it. I could take a step out for a second. Sorry, I gotta use the restroom real quick and just cast detect thoughts.
Would you like me to escort you to the restroom?
Nah, it's downstairs.
Nah, I'm just gonna pee in the hall.
Yes, on the first floor. I can have an acolyte come and take you there if you'd like.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. She'll head down, and then she's gonna cast detect thoughts. Well, she's gonna wait a couple minutes, cast detect thoughts, then come back. Or a minute,
Alrighty.
30 seconds or so. Yeah.
Well, that was fast. All right.
However long it takes to normally go to the bathroom.
I don't know how long girls pee.
I don't like to take too long in other people's bathrooms. Anyway.
I just climb stairs remarkably fast.
Okay.
But yeah, so she is now going to target the nimble right with this and see if it gets in it. See if she gets anything.
Ba-ba-ba.
I'm back.
With the like the base like non-probing stuff, just to see if anything happens.
I've got to check a few things about nimble rights.
Okay. While you were
Gotcha.
gone, Logan, we asked it, like, if it was here yesterday,
Mhm.
or if it left at all, and it's been here the entire time.
Okay, so
According to it.
According to it, yes.
I see.
Yeah. So.
You try and read Nim's thought. The spell does fail.
Heck. All right.
Still active though. I can target her.
You can passively use it as long as the duration holds up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess I'll just move the base level of it to her. So.
What are her surface thoughts?
Her surface thoughts? What did you do, Nim?
Okay.
You said you were looking into a nimble right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Set off a very large fireball in the middle of an alley. So, they're checking all our leads.
Roll me, I'll be good for this. Roll me just a general persuasion check.
Persuasion? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good at those.
Do it.
14?
14.
Could be worse.
Nim begins gesturing to Valletta for a bit. Ah, I see. Nim has been feeling lonely and built another Nimblewright to be a companion for him.
Did he?
Fled apparently a month ago, and he hasn't seen it since.
He hasn't seen it since.
If you'll excuse me.
Mhm.
You see Valletta move to the door and go down about as she shouts for a few acolytes.
Does she seem like panicked or anything, or
She seems angry.
angry? Okay.
Mhm.
I guess while she's down there, like just kind of like looking at at Nim, is he reacting to the anger at all?
It's hard to perceive any sort of reaction from Nim. He seems to be fairly docile, but it's incapable of any sort of facial expression. Its face is locked in place.
Yeah.
It's mostly just staring, looking occasionally at you guys, and back to the door. After a bit,
Sorry, I killed your bird.
the Dragonborn returns, and she orders to the acolyte. She's like, "Take his tools, clean this attic out. Nim, you watch."
What's the issue here?
Well, from what you're telling me, a Nimblewright that is unaccounted for at the Temple of Gond, which is extremely unlikely, has caused a major incident within the city of Waterdeep, and one of our Nimblewrights may be and I shouldn't say may, is likely the
Culprit.
yeah, well, not the culprit, but rather, I won't say owner either. They built this Nimblewright, and so I feel some responsibility lies here.
Right.
Does this this Nimblewright
Sorry.
have a name at all, or?
Doesn't seem like it does, no.
Damn.
To be fair, I
Might have been
believe
given
that
one.
this Nimblewright seems to answer to what was the family's name that we just had?
Growlhound?
Yeah, the Growlhound.
It seems like this Nimblewright that we that did this seems to answer to the Growlhound family.
Didn't it take their stuff and run?
It seemed like it was with them. Whenever it was in that room, the half-orc that was there was with it. Didn't seem like it tried to stop it or tried to do anything with it. It seemed to allow it to leave.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I was trying to talk with them more, but she got taken away.
Yeah. It might have been escaping with evidence or something.
Well, hey.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I basically told what's the guy's name again? God, the evil dude, the stabby stab boy.
Urstel?
Urstel. I keep forgetting his name. It's such a weird name. I want to say Urkel.
Write it down in your notes, my boy.
I think that's one reason why when Urstel was there, I didn't actually know who to help.
Well, hey, so what are you gonna do to Nim here?
Well, we're taking away his things for the time being. I don't want him building murderous Nimblewrights. Once I figure out a suitable punishment, I'll have him do that.
I got one for you. Hey, Nim, if the thing that you built is indeed causing trouble, you want to come with us and try to help find it? Can make up for your own actions.
Not a terrible idea.
Communicating with it's going to be an issue, though.
Yes, without someone who understands him, he's signing to her. I wouldn't recommend that, but he says he has something.
Okay.
Something.
What
as
you got?
people are pulling stuff from around the room. Nim moves towards one of the acolytes, who proceeds to kind of try and bat him away.
Stop! Nim, get out of here! Stop! I don't want a hug today.
As the Dragonborn woman walks over to them. No, give it here, and they reach and take the object the acolyte is holding. It's a long, about 1 foot long, what looks to be made out of copper, contraption with an umbrella-like metallic protrusion at one side.
What's this?
Describe it again real quick.
Nim says it's a 1 foot long copper contraption with an umbrella-like metallic protrusion at one end.
Okay.
Nim says he built this to find the missing Nimblewright and was going to try and seek it out. But, as is the case, Nim is unable to leave the temple grounds.
Right.
How does this work, Nim?
As long as you're holding down this trigger here, the device within any Nimblewright other than Nim, this little contraption on the end will begin to spin and click.
So it would take you to any Nimblewright.
As long as it's not Nim, yes.
Alright. Well, if we assume that most of the Nimblewrights should be here, which it sounds like is largely the case, if we go
Most
look...
of them can't leave the temple grounds unless they're accompanied by one of us.
Yeah, so if we use this to try to find any of them that are outside the temple, there's a pretty good chance we'll bump into the one we're after.
How far is the range on that thing?
Looks like 500 feet.
It's
Can
still
we just constantly have it on?
I can't imagine why not.
You have to
As
hold
long
down
as-
that button.
As long as you're
We're just
holding
gonna
down
have
the
to walk
trigger.
around the city.
Yeah.
I want to narrow down the search area first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll definitely be useful.
We could try to search the general area near the Growlhund estate first to see if it has a base near there, and then I think we should expand out our search from that area.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Why am I smarter when I'm tired?
It's all the energy goes to your brain.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's all I have use for you. All of you watch him and make sure he doesn't try and keep anything. She takes it and starts walking. If you'll all accompany me.
Alright.
Are you just gonna keep Nim here? Like you're not gonna...
There's the acolytes to watch him now.
Okay, just as long as you're not gonna like dismantle him or anything for trying to... I could understand
No.
if you're alone trying to build a friend, you know?
He's a good Nimblewright. He's just troublesome.
Oh. Thanks.
As
Thank you very much, Nim.
You thank him as she reaches a landing down. She turns and holds out the wand as it is.
All right.
If any of you can find this pseudo Nimblewright, if you can return with proof of its destruction, then the house itself will pay you. I can assure you of that. It's not a good look for anyone to have wayward Nimblewrights walking the city.
Well, thank you very much.
Consider the
Keep an eye
Obsidian
out.
Halls to be on the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's a guild. It's a guild hall.
Yeah.
Remember that.
It's our guild.
Remember that. And also remember that the Obsidian Halls are backed by the one and only Baxter, who you can see. Wait, are there any competitions coming up in the near future? I can't remember.
If you're speaking of the Fields of Triumph, they just ran through their group stages yesterday.
What?
Oh no.
Fuck, we missed it.
Oh no, we were busy doing cop things! Damn it, cop!
Oh no.
Ah!
We were looking forward to that.
No!
There'll be more, I assure you.
No! When?
Opening of any given season. I mean, throughout the spring, there's probably going to be a few races here and there, and maybe a few more. But the next big event would be towards the summer or autumn.
That's so far away.
Yes. More international, I guess, fighters will be coming.
Okay.
The best time you can come, although I don't think we have one this year, but if you can ever get to the fields during Shield Meet, that's something to see.
What is Shield Meet?
Shield Meet is a day that happens every, I believe it's 4 years, so leap year day.
It's the Olympics.
It is a one-day
Well,
month.
Next
And yeah, it is-
next
imagine
time
the
the
Olympics.
field's open, make sure to catch the Fandolin hero Fandolin, the new champion of the arena. We're gonna go find you, Nimble, right?
Half the party's just on their knees on the floor in this
Like-
fucking temple.
The day's ruined.
What's even the point anymore? Who even am I?
Why did they have to have the fight so close together?
Let's go.
I'll be right back to the restroom.
I'm important. You wouldn't know because I haven't proved it now, but I'm important. I'm a gladiator. Remember me.
What'd you say your name was? Again?
Valletta.
Oh, okay, nice to meet you.
We'll put you in my notes. I'm so upset.
Same. Like the one time I could shoot people or shoot things with magic in a tournament, and I can't do it anymore. I missed it.
That's my one thing. I have nothing now.
They're like, oh, we can't accept magic except for all the things we do, like summon demons.
Oh my gosh. Why did we have to be heroes at this specific time? It's so inconvenient for us personally.
Well, it said the next big things in summer, right? Does that mean there's little things?
I mean, they said there's racing in the spring, but
Yeah, throughout the spring there'll be events. They said there might be more fights, but they're not. There's nothing that they would call like a notable event until probably summer, but I'm sure
Was the
there'll be
thing
fights.
yesterday a notable event, or was that just a regular event?
They're part of the opening ceremonies, since they were some of the first days it was open.
Gotcha.
No. It's. You feeling it too?
Yeah, I'm tired.
One of those days. I was up way too late. And I worked out way too close to game. I did myself in.
No, I get you. I woke up super early today.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, sorry, everybody watching at home. We're so yawning. Today's just one
Sorry
of
that
those
all of you have to yawn because we're yawning.
yeah.
Fair.
We're gonna head over onto the Growlhound place, I guess. Is that what we're doing?
To around that area and then see if it picks up anything and then expand our search out from there. It's unlikely that wherever he went back to is near there, but it's the only point of interest we can associate with it, so
Yeah.
might as well start there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get
Also,
more
this
Red
kind of
Bull.
looks like something that like used to be a gun and then it got attacked by 4 kids.
What does? Oh, the detector.
Got attacked by 4 kids. And there, see? You don't get out of here this instant, I'll pull this trigger and the punching glove at the end of my stick will bop him in the head, right? Seto Kaiba, you're gonna come with us because we're pointing so emphatically in your direction. I sure hope that you do not consider jumping out the window off of a cliff to be a smarter idea than dealing with our pointed fingers. Oh shit, he did it! He understood the power of the pointed fingers!
It was Kaiba. You could just fucking slit their throats with a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Nah, man,
It
he
was
fucking
also
jumped out the
the-
window.
Oh, is
There was
that?
also the scene.
That happened.
Oh.
There was also the scene where fucking I can't remember his name, the guy with the big like pointy hair. He showed up and
In
like pointed
Yu-Gi-Oh?
a gun. Yeah. You know, fucking. Anyway.
Damn it.
The guard guy and the sunglasses and the point. Anyway, so.
Right.
He pointed a gun at the back of Kaiba's head, and Kaiba just, like, lifted his hand up and put a trading card, like, between the hammer of the pistol and, like, the pistol, and it somehow stopped the pistol from going off.
It needs
Because
that.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are made of titanium, I guess.
Fucking.
Until they're paper and need
But
to
yeah,
be ripped by
when
Kaiba.
there was in fucking season 1, Kaiba had like a base on the island. I think it was on the island. Might have been
Yeah,
off the
dude.
island. But it was like built into the side of a cliff, and a bunch of Pegasus's people found him. And the Japanese, they pointed guns at him, and they were like, "You're coming with us," or maybe they were gonna kill him. I don't know. But they were like, "You're done here, Kaiba." And he was like, "Fuck you!" Puts his dual disc in a suitcase, jumps out the window off a cliff. But in the English version, they censored it so they weren't pointing guns at him. They were just pointing at him emphatically. And I guess he decided that rather than like deal with the ire of their pointed fingers, he would leap out the window off a cliff.
The more Kaiba can be made out to be an insane person, the more I'm in love with him.
I am 100%. I am 100%. I guarantee you, Kaiba is less sane than he ever has been. Like
Once
by
he
the end
fucking
of his journey.
transcended death, he just became a madman.
Fucking, you know what they never revisited?
What's that?
That's really weird. Is Aaron here?
I am. I'm just waiting.
I thought you were gone. That's the only reason we're going on about this.
Oh no! I just you guys started. Are we taking a break?
I guess we're taking a break. Is Spencer here?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Spencer was the one who left.
What the fuck are we doing talking about Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's play D&D!
Let's do the D&D thing!
I figured you at some point someone said we're going on a break. I just didn't hear it. So
No, I heard someone say, "I'll be right back," and then we started talking and no one
Yeah,
ever interrupted
I thought
us.
I thought Spencer fucking said he was gonna be right back and he left or something.
Yeah.
okay. I was just staring at my screen. What the fuck?
Let's goddamn. All right, let's play D&D. My goodness, that was.
Jesus Christ.
There is.
Don't
a
you,
number of
Jesus Christ,
detectors.
us. Both of you could have interrupted at any point.
I thought we were on break as well.
I put a nimble right detector in the party inventory.
Hell,
Alrighty.
Anyone
Who wants
can take
that? Don't give it to Bax.
I'll take it.
I got the orb right now,
Have it
so
away.
Yeah, go for it.
We need it unbroken.
All right. Cool.
If I grip
Yeah.
if I grip the hammer harder, I bet the range will increase.
Sounds like it.
Breaks it in his hand.
I can sense them now.
I've absorbed its power.
Looks to the distance.
He's that way.
Just wide-eyed.
So we go to the Growlhound estate and we engage this thing.
Yeah. At least around the Growlhound to stay. I assume
Yeah.
it's still under fucking lockdown from the
The Growlhound estate
Guards.
in like the surrounding neighborhood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You start walking around the Growlhound estate, and you activate it and hold it in. I'll mark an hour or so for the trip back.
Mm.
Like a short rest, maybe?
Do we need one?
I would like to
he
get
wants a
spells
short rest so
back.
he can get his spell back.
Yeah.
Um,
Not it, really.
yeah, I'll give it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's,
It's getting close to enough inclement weather that I wouldn't, but I'll say that it's not that bad right now.
Oh, okay.
And then rest, short rest. Go away, dead mechanical sparrow.
we hardly knew ye.
It existed to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you begin your search there, doing effectively a circle of the area. Around the Growlhound estate, there is no reaction from the detector.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Which direction should we go next?
Isn't there... Jesus. Oh, like a bird.
Do we want to head off in the direction that the guy on the horse ran?
Did we see what way he went?
Some of us did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might have turned anywhere, but he went in a
It's
direction.
a direction
the
to
direction
use.
he was going would have been. Actually, show you. He would have had to turn because the city wall isn't that far away from where he was going.
Okay.
I found the scene I was talking about in pictures and videos.
Some, let's go.
You're not me.
Maps. Waterdeep East. Where? The Virgin Square, Simple Street. No, this isn't what we're looking for. There we go. I'll use this one, even though it's a DM map, because it really just shows that Growlhund Villa exists. So he escaped from the stable, which is here, and he would have went that way.
Okay, so basically south is the overall.
Yeah.
What can we do to make the search more viable? Like, should we search while also asking around and being like, hey, if you live in the neighborhood, did you see a horse running at unreasonable speeds through this neighborhood?
Speed.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, that guy was looking for the nimble right.
Yeah, he didn't have the stone.
I doubt that he would know where the nimble right went.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to get away when he went that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was threatening for information on where the stone is.
Like, one thing we
Right.
could do is
Where's
go
the
to
last
Growlhund
place
and
we
see
saw
if the
them?
nimble right came back.
Where's the last place we saw the nimble right? Like the very last
the
time we
Nimble
saw
right
it.
jumped
In the villa.
out of the balcony in the villa and out of sight.
Okay, and when we used the device around the villa, we didn't detect anything?
No. It
Okay,
is
so it hasn't
at
came back.
least 500 feet away from here.
And I assume, yeah, we can... Is that roughly what we were to assume 500 feet looks like for the sake
Give
of
it something
the search?
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that might even be farther. Let's say.
Might be farther. If you get down to the nitty-gritty of what that map looked like, might be shorter. If you don't care about the exact measurements, then we don't either.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
ultimately, we're gonna have to use the full city map, and I can try and make it more precise there.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So,
Going corner by corner would be a little weirder.
what do you guys think? Should we just do a scan of the city? Like, should we just walk in a grid on the city and see if it shows up?
You sound like
We
it's so
could do
bad.
that.
I, for one, think that think that having some time with you guys would be fun.
Just a big city is all.
Yep. I would say, just generally, except for maybe back to doing that, you got a lot of common sense. You'd probably still know that would probably take days, but it would guarantee that eventually you're probably gonna pick up something.
Unless it moves during that time.
Yeah.
Fucking... For the sake of it, since we're close by, can we go to Troll Skull Alley and see if it, like, ran to our house? Or, like, around it? It jumped out, was like, I know about this old abandoned bar that I can go hide in.
It's just in fucking Elif's treasure room, and she just hasn't checked because she doesn't have any treasure.
Yeah.
When did the statue get here? Oh, whatever. Closes the door. You scan around Troll Skull Alley.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, thought so.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know where
that makes
this
sense.
nimble right would go. I mean, we know that the Zentarim and the Xanathar's Guild are both after this stone, right? So it might have gone to like a place that they would be, but where would they be? I mean, we know the Xanathar's Guild is in the sewers, at least partially.
If
We could.
if that thing was working with the Xantarine, maybe we could take it to their base and check, or at least to where
Well, no,
we were at
Erstil.
last time.
No, it
Erstil was
wasn't
with the
working with the
Zentarim.
Zentarim.
Erstil was
Yeah.
with the Zentarim. It
Oh,
wouldn't,
other way around.
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. What we could do, possibly, is we can maybe interrogate the woman to try and
Yeah, we could go with that.
get like
I just
Get the
got an
information
amazing
of, like-
idea.
What's up?
Yeah?
What's your idea?
You have a familiar, don't you?
Yeah.
Can the familiar carry this thing? What if we put it in the air and we're like, familiar, fly around the city holding it down. If it starts to do things, fly back and tell us where. It's not a dumb idea.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to get the information out of Flair where it is.
No,
I mean,
we
he just guide us back to it, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I guess it's not the worst
it
idea.
could search the
familiars-
city
can
much
familiars use
farther than
items?
us, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it would be able to hold the trigger down and fly properly. Is what I'm thinking
What if
of.
we taped the trigger down and just gave it to it?
Just tie it to his leg as he flies.
Possible.
We just take a piece of twine and just tape the trigger down.
We can do other things like tournaments.
You could certainly try. Is what I would say.
While that's happening, we could interrogate the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Well,
I'm
first we
feeling
have
some
to-
resistance here. Come on, what are the
first
counterpoints?
We have to get to the lady. Like,
we have to
the issue is
organize
like
that first.
convincing the guards to let us talk to her. But yeah, I guess it's not a bad idea.
Not the worst.
It's better than
Better than wandering aimlessly through the city.
Better than a grid search, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all it has to do, it doesn't have to be able to communicate directly. We just need to tie down the trigger, because we've already established it could basically be on for any amount of time, and it'll work.
Yeah.
We tie it to it. We probably also tie it to the familiar, I would think, like, so it doesn't drop it by accident.
Yeah.
And then just be like, fly in an increasingly wide circle around the area. And
I
then...
really hope that thing doesn't get shot down.
Yeah, that's my one like concern about it.
Hasn't your familiar flown across the city before, though? Didn't it help us to find our way at one point?
It did, but yeah, I don't know. It wasn't carrying like this.
Not while carrying a 4-kids
Thing.
gun.
4-kids gun.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is a city where flying snakes aren't getting shot down.
You know, that's a fair point, actually.
It's true.
I'm down. I'm down to give it a shot. You know.
To
I'm
be
down.
fair, the flying snakes come out at night.
Yeah.
That's true. We could
And-
try it at night.
It's raining.
It's true. It is
And
raining.
it's dark and gloomy.
It's true.
You're dark.
Nothing about my plan won't work.
All right.
This is... I know I've said this
And-
before to disastrous results, but it's the perfect plan.
Certainly try.
If this somehow results in everyone but me dying.
Suddenly, you on T.
I'm down. I'm down to give it a shot. I'd have to stop by Fallah's place and get some ingredients, but I totally would be down for it.
So here's the thing. The plan worked, but he was surrounded by UNT. It's in Waterdeep.
You want to really like the taste of elemental owls.
We all get in a bag of holding, and we have it carry the bag of holding. And then
And the
when it
nimble
finds the nimble right, it drops the bag of holding, and we all pop out and attack whatever's there.
And
It'll
we die because we've been in there for like so long.
Nah, we leave the
Hold
top
our breath.
open. We leave the top open so air can get in.
Yeah. So an amount of air can go in.
I'm down for it, and Bax is down for it. I feel like we have enough. Do we have enough votes for it? Who's in favor?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep.
Why'd you have to name it that?
Because it
Best
is the
plan.
best plan.
No plan ever
Cut!
ends up the best.
Damn
Because
it.
you put best in front of it?
Well, what's the better plan than cop?
Just plan.
Well, yeah, just say plan.
No, it's the best plan we have. It's the best plan.
It is
Yeah.
a plan.
You are outvoted, and everyone else thinks it's the best plan.
All right, go ahead. Do your
All
thing.
right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
spend the 10 gold pieces I need to spend. further putting myself towards bankruptcy again.
Oh, fucking
So you had to file it. She definitely be incensed.
dude. Here, I'll pay for this one for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There you
She's
go.
not gonna say no to that.
And you know what? Here, have 100 gold. Apparently, you're hard up. Just take 100 gold.
I'm not hard up.
Just take
Take the
100
shit
gold.
No! Fuck you!
I put it in the bag and I throw it at you.
Oh.
I've subtracted 100 gold from my inventory. You better add it to yours.
Bax's gold.
I have so much platinum. It's ridiculous. I'm not hard up for money.
Owl flare.
Yeah.
Logan!
Yeah?
Logan, I found your walk!
What?
What? Is there a street
found
called Logan's
Logan's
Walk? Where is it? Oh my
here.
god! Right beside Tanner Alley and Stench Alley. I don't like being there. At least I'm not in Stench Alley.
That's good.
Oh, dude, Logan's Walk. Awesome.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it went. We have to go
That's where
there.
it is.
Oh, dude, the Breezeway. That sounds cool. Someone spent a lot of time naming streets.
Yeah. I mean, the city's been around for fucking literal
Actually, that was a good
years
check.
of...
But
You
at
know,
some point,
D&D.
somebody would have had to spend a lot of time naming streets.
Yeah.
It could have been just like a collaboration of a bunch of like different adventures.
That sounds even harder. That sounds like someone having to cross-reference where all the neighborhoods and streets are with each other.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
that sounds
probably.
like somebody taking a lot of time naming streets.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work in any case.
Yes.
Slipgate Street, North Yard, fucking Lean Wall Alley. Lean Wall Alley. There's 2 Lean Wall Alleys. I know it's the same ongoing alley, but it's a long alley and it's bugging me that it's there twice. Also, the second one, the alley's crooked, like it's trying to fall off the map.
There we go.
Well, it's more like it's like a really conjoined area, right? Like it's not like a planned area like the rest of the city.
The whole field ward?
Yeah.
That is
I mean-
roughly 500 feet.
That's alright. I mean, yeah, it's definitely outside the main wall. End Shift Street.
I just measured Troll Skull Alley, and it's roughly like 340 feet. So it's like
Okay.
this is a good approximation of about 500.
Okay.
Okay. Not too bad. All right. So, I guess.
We enact the plan.
We do the
Yeah.
plan.
We
Alrighty.
we got some rope, I guess, and tie the nimble right detector to Flair's leg. Or
And-
yeah,
What if we tied it to his back so it's like pointing ahead
that'd
of
be
him at all time?
better.
It also looks less like it's carrying something that way and more like it's just an owl.
Which
Yeah.
side are you putting the antenna on?
Oh no.
The left, I guess. I don't see what difference it
Oh,
makes, but
Are we not
Wait.
tying it like
It's
long ways?
specifically,
with
the antenna extends and spins a lot, so if it's pointing left or right, it'll probably interfere with wings.
Up.
oh,
Probably
Like, I have to think of
so-
how you're binding it to this animal.
Okay, so we're doing it
Up.
up, like
Yeah.
towards
Let's-
like his head, I guess.
Yeah, so the
Or is-
the business end is pointed out past its head.
Okay.
So dumb. I love it.
Listen, Flair can handle it. All right.
Flair's a tough boy.
If this
gonna
plan
lose our
gets
detector.
if this plan gets anybody killed, I will officially stop coming up with plans.
I mean, the only person properly in danger in the plan, maybe Flair. It's the only person I can think of with this currently.
If this goes awry, I will
how
next
are
time
you
I have a plan.
instructing?
I'll just keep it to myself.
Let's go through all the minutia. What are you saying to Flair as instructions for how they're to scan the city?
Well, I imagine like until he gets to 100 feet out, I could have him like fly in a circle just around in 100 feet of us and just see. But and after that, like,
Yeah, or do you want Flair to go off like on their own and just fly about the city until it reacts, or are you maintaining that 100 feet distance and just having Flair orbit you?
Well, if
No,
we
I'm not
did
gonna
that,
be.
then
We're not gonna be like chasing him.
Yeah, I didn't imagine.
I would have him go in a ever increasing like radius around us.
Yeah.
With the limit obviously being the city walls, and as soon as
Yes.
it reacts, return and then lead us back to where it reacted.
but also ignore the fucking temple.
Yeah, obviously.
That's a lot for an owl to take in, but
Yep. Have roll me an intelligence check.
Circle. If it buzzes, come back.
hold on, I need to get my notes out so I can find the owl.
Just go off in a.
It's not gonna be great.
Oh man.
And then we never
have
saw
fun.
Flare again.
This is mostly just if Flare gets back, what Flare will have gone to do.
It comes back. We're like,
intelligence
Flare,
of
did
an
it go
owl
off? And it's like,
a
yes.
-4.
Okay, so I'll just roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's good that he drops the nimble right detector, it lands on someone's head and kills them.
I can't believe Logan fucking killed us again.
Oh,
It lands on Bax's head and kills Bax.
Just a guy walking by. Open load of Waterdeep killed by falling object. Okay. So that's that. I now need to. So this would be a percentile die. Now it's not quite storming like hell, but it is storming a little.
Is he gonna
get hit by
lightning?
No!
Is carrying a large copper object. I'm gonna say there's a 40% chance that Flare just gets fucking struck by lightning, and it doesn't matter that it's dumb and is probably gonna do dumb things. So,
Left.
Kyra, if you could roll me. You got disconnected.
Oh no.
Okay.
Deco, yeah.
I think
Deco
Brad
doesn't
thinks
need to
about
see
that.
to the end of this.
Oh no.
How far out would this happen?
It would happen during a period of it flying about the city.
We just release it, and it immediately we're like, "All right, Flare, go!"
I mostly asked that question to know if he would be inside of us when it happened.
Let's roll the percentile die first, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
That's more than 40.
44%.
No matter if you're counting up or down, that's outside the range.
Yeah.
That is not struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Guys,
Your internet died.
I'm on my phone and my internet died.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Little
I'm
did we
trying to get
know,
back into the
it was
Deco
Deco
got
that
struck
got
by
hit by
lightning.
lightning the whole time.
God dang it, Flare, no! I'll see if I can fix this, guys. I'm sorry. Bear back, me.
Sorry,
You're good.
Do you wanna take an actual break now?
Sure, this is a good time as any.
Okay, let's take
Now
a
that we
break.
know Flare's not getting smoked.
That would be so
The-
bad.
this
if we
entire-
lost this thing.
It's all his fault. You bear back.
This entire time, I've been like aware of the possibility of a lightning strike and just keeping it to myself in case you forget. I was trying to be like, "Is he gonna get hit by lightning?" I was like, "I don't even want to say the word lightning. I don't even want to."
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Same.
That's why whenever you were like, "How do you tie it?" and they were like, "I guess up." There was a brief moment where I thought you meant like directly up on top. I was like, "No, no, no, no."
That is a lightning rod.
Now, here's the thing. He's not grounded. So, he wouldn't be acting like a lightning rod.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I'm banking on. You know, if he lands, he's fucked. Unless, you know, he lands low enough.
He's still gonna get lost as shit.
Just lands back to you. Whoo! Good job, Flare. Grabs Owl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a decent chance the flying copper owl was about to just get smoked.
Oh my god.
My boy.
Oh shit. Oh jeez, what happened? Oh, I turned on the widgets and a bunch of stuff came on that I didn't want to come on. Where is it? That's the bit train. All right, bit train, we got to make you smaller. It's actually good that I have you, bit train.
This fucking flare gets
4 off, man. You were
gibbed
so
by
close.
lightning. He just gets fucking gibbed by lightning, and then we just go back to Vanessa being like, or Valletta, so it's like, hey, so,
Build us another one.
Listen, you don't got to pay us anymore. Can another one of these be built?
we'll pay for it.
You just find it red hot in the middle of a city square.
The owl gets struck by lightning. The guards crowd around the corpse of an owl with a copper rod. We just walk in, just like, that is ours, and we'll be seeing ourselves out.
It would be a loose set of rope lightly burnt around a glowing hot metal object because flare's a familiar. It would just go...
Yeah.
It just turns into a pile of ashes.
Just vanish.
Oh
like,
my god.
what the fuck happened here?
It's like the lightning disintegrated the owl, and now all that remains are ashes.
Yeah, like someone looking up at just the right time just sees the lightning hit something, and then just that object fall, and they're like, is this a gift from the gods? Have I been chosen?
I'm just gonna sit on the couch for a second until Deco comes back.
Alrighty, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
My legs are so sore. I hurt my leg bad the other day.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was running up the stairs as like a fool, and I fell something fierce, and my leg has been fucked up for like 3 days.
Oh, fuck.
You see, what had happened was I was running.
Yeah,
Up the stairs.
yeah, done. I made the mistake of engaging in physical activity, and
Yeah.
I think that's really where I made my mistake.
That's where it all went
It was at
downhill.
that moment.
If I hadn't done that, I'd probably be fine.
Oh.
We can definitely trace the injury back to the moment when I decided that exerting was the thing to do. But yeah,
Inserting.
I had just woken up and I was running up to my office. I heard Amazon, so I was running up to my office to put something down to run back, just like moments after I woke up, and I slipped,
Right.
and I cracked the front of my my lower leg on the stairs, and
Oh,
it is in rather excruciating pain.
Oh no. Wait,
Yeah.
when was this? Yesterday?
Like 2 days ago. Still hurts.
Oh, 2 days ago.
Fuck.
Damn. Well.
But I made the choice not to stop fucking working out every day, so that's not helping. I don't want to fall off.
Gotta fight through the pain.
It's really, if I don't keep doing it, like if I take a couple days off, I will just keep taking days off because that's just how I am with exercise
Yeah.
routines. So I've got to
get
stay at it.
I get that.
Oof.
I
It's
super
not
get that.
as bad as it was a couple days ago, so it's getting better, just slowly.
Speaking of Saturday, hey chat, if you have any questions for Mary or Quintus, you should chat hashtag #Nat19
Yes.
and do the thing on the Twitter or bother people on the Discord to do it for you if you hate Twitter and you don't want to make one for some reason.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because Twitter does
Dang.
kind of suck, let's be real. But if you have a Twitter, you should go on there and use the hashtag so that way Chase can find the questions, ask the questions so we can answer the questions
Yeah,
with the
we
answers.
really liked doing the last one. It was a lot of fun, and we'd really like to do more of them. So if you guys could heckin' have anything, remember that it's chatnat19 on Twitter. Any questions you have for Miriam and for Quintus.
Heck yeah.
Especially given
Tantine.
the cutoff for these questions is not this coming Monday, but the following one. What is this, Osir asks? Chat19 is a monthly little podcast, about an hour long, that we started doing last month. That effectively we have Chase gather questions people ask on Twitter, and they're directed at specific people. They're in the context of asking about like character decisions and backstory and how the players feel about certain things. But we've each time we do it, we pick 2 people. This time it's Aaron and Deco, Quintus and Miriam. And they answer, they spend an hour talking with Chase, answering questions and talking about game, and we're talking about things that maybe wouldn't come up in game ever. And it was a lot of fun last time. Last time was Carrie and Bread. And that'll come out this coming month. on Monday. But we need questions. We got questions. We want more. So go give more. Hashtag ChatNat19. I'm going to sit down.
Deco's saying he might. He's not sure he can get the net back up.
Oh, no.
Let's keep going without him.
You can be here on the phone.
Am I ever going on Chat19? Maybe far in the future, but we made the decision that I'm not allowed on it.
Because he's no fun, you see.
I banned myself from being on it.
Mm-hmm. It's because he doesn't know how to have fun.
It's true. I'm no fun. It's also why, even though I'm in the background of them recording them, I'm not allowed to talk during them because I know too much.
Yep.
The urge to correct.
It's for the It's for the best, really. It's a very necessary sacrifice.
Hey man,
in order to keep the fun.
So that's
Can't
one
believe
benefit.
a leaf got struck by lightning.
That's one benefit. Is you get to watch people heckin' talk about game without me around to be like, no, this works like this.
Yeah.
It's like the idea of us like preparing this whole thing. We strap the thing to Flare. He flies up, and then a leaf just gets struck by lightning.
You both are roboting so hard. We're not on our end.
Yeah.
I was just sitting back in my chair, so maybe you heard echo. But Tao says we're both roboting so hard, but don't seem to be.
Does anyone else hear that in chat?
Yeah, I think that might be. I think that might be their connection.
Yeah. Seem okay.
Yeah, I just got a message from Lindsay. What's up, Lindsay?
All right.
All right.
Y'all learn today.
Deco says if Logan kills us with his plan, then make sure he feels bad. And then I was replied with, "You heckin' get it."
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
You son of a bitch.
Bam.
Poor Deco.
Yeah, I'll be right back real quick.
Deco.
I'll be right back
Do
real
your
quick,
thing.
then I'm good to
Be
go.
right back, and then we'll hop back in.
You better.
Hopefully, we'll get a Deco back swiftly.
I'll miss him.
And if not, then when I try and kill you all, a leaf will do unconscious kung fu.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just that good.
Yes.
I'm just holding the
Yes.
freaking bands of Bolaro and drooling, crying at the same time.
I love the bands of Bolaro. You're real cool.
Yeah, you just eat it at someone, and you're like, fucking alakazam, and they're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
You gotta figure out what the command
that's
word is
better.
for him.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Because you can't just yeet it. You have to say the command word and yeet it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Helicazam.
Abraca, fuck you.
Abrica, fuck you. Ordering food. Come to me, food.
Num, num, num,
Yes.
num, 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 num. Oh, that's what happened.
Oh no. Oh, what an asshole. Fucking someone crashed into the damn.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I probably won't see him for
A bit,
probably the rest of game, if that's the case.
at least. Probably.
I can't imagine repair response times are exactly top tier currently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck yeah.
DC 20 to break the average Joe can 1 in 20. The mundane handcuffs are better. No, they're not. What are you talking about?
You can also only make the attempt once a day with
Yeah.
these, if I remember right.
Yeah, every 24 hours.
Yeah, if while they should have it within 20 tries, if you have them for 20 days and you haven't put them in something more secure, that's on you.
Mm-hmm. What's
That
the...
and you can't yeet handcuffs at somebody.
Yeah. handcuff. If I can.
Also, handcuffs aren't they also DC 20?
Manacles
I'm
are.
back.
You can either make like a DC 20 dex check or a DC 20 strength check to break them.
Yeah. You can't even
Or-
dex check out of them.
Yeah, you
So
can't
catching
dex
a
check.
rogue or like a wizard. GH.
Yep.
They could nat 20, sure.
Yeah.
There's some
Plus, you can
people
work
that
on-
would nat 20 and still fail.
Plus, you can work on bigger creatures. So.
And you're not exactly gonna manacle a hill giant. Yeah, the hill giant will probably break out. You get at least a round or two.
Yeah.
That's worth what 1 to 500 gold.
Oof.
Oh no, they're probably a little more than
Real
that.
world handcuffs. Sorry if think. Well, we're not. What? Real
There's no
world
DC on
handcuffs.
real world handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the? I'm so confused.
Mundane handcuffs are the average Joe can break it in 1 to 20 tries. That's...
Real world isn't based
That's
on
500 to
anything real,
5,000.
though. Yeah. If the iron bands of Bolero were a real world item, you best believe that you wouldn't be able to break out like ever.
Standard manacles are metal restraints, which would have comparable heckin' like utility to real world handcuffs, as it were. I think the implication is more that your average Joe or someone rolling a nat 20 is stronger than your average mundane human in real life. I wouldn't take it and be like, oh, it's impossible for a normal person to do, ergo real world handcuffs are stronger. That like bumps into the same issues as why are horses in D&D actually really slow? Because they actually are, compared to real horses. It's for numbers, it's for mechanics, so there's a game underneath it.
Yeah.
If you took real world handcuffs and threw them into D&D, they would be manacles.
Yeah.
It's not great for a restraint. It is, and you consider what the numbers represent. If you were to use them on like a commoner, if like I as a DM, if you put manacles on a commoner, I wouldn't have them roll. I'd be like, they're in them, unless something extreme happens.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, they're not going to break out of them. The DC is just there, so there is a number to go to. If manacles could be the end-all, like, be-all of they're on them and a normal person shouldn't be able to break them, then they are a broken-as-fuck item.
Keep them.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. Also,
But yes.
technically a 1 in 20 chance doesn't mean if you do it 20 times you should break free. I know that's what probability seems like it is, but that's not how actual probability works. It's not a guaranteed 1 in this many.
Yep.
You always still have 5% of a chance every time you do it repeatedly.
It's true. If that were the case, I should have fucking
I shouldn't have crit on you so many
the
times.
soulmonger should have devoured someone's soul by now. How many days you fucking spent?
Has it not?
I've been rolling so many d20s for in that game. But god damn it. I have to roll a 1 on at least one of those d20s and nothing yet. I've rolled every day I'm supposed to roll one for each character that's died.
None of the characters that have died have been devoured.
Also, correct me
none
if
of them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I believe the Iron Bands, do they not only let you try once?
Yeah, they only let you try
I believe
once
it's
a day.
you try once, and if you fail, you're stuck with them for 24 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just consistently try manacles. You can be like, I'm gonna break these cuffs.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't do that. And you're like, I'm gonna fucking break these cuffs.
Yeah.
Break these cuffs.
Big gosh darn oof. I'm gonna break these cuffs. I didn't do
Can't
it.
break those cuffs.
Can't do it. And I've used my one daily try.
We just wait. And the soulmonger starts.
A lot of the iron bands, applying them, if you're thinking about even like more tactically than I'd say necessary, is again throw them at rogues and wizards.
Yep.
Because you can't dex your way out of this thing. It's on you, and it's strength only, and it's
Yep.
not athletics. It's strength. So if you got
Yeah.
a -2, -3 in strength because you didn't need that because you use finesse weapons or you don't use weapons, period. Sucks to suck, bruh. Enjoy that 24 hours.
Why isn't it
minimum.
just 1 in 20? There's only 20 sides. I think you're misunderstanding something someone said, I think.
It is technically 1 in 20, but you're not gonna get that
But,
20 in.
no.
20
I'm more
tries.
saying if you have a 1 in 20 chance and you try 20 times, You're not guaranteeing success.
Yeah.
That's a 1 in 20 That's 1 in 20 chance every time you do it.
Which imposes a negative 10 to communication skills. I mean, I feel like we got what you meant. It's a fairly simple to relate sentiment. But
In any case, let us have
Indeed.
this familiar and figure out where the hell he's.
so we're just moving on with the deco?
For now, I think.
Cool.
Hopefully, he can get back, but we're halfway through, and we can get some shenanigans before we wrap up.
Wizard could use stuff like knock to get out of manacles. Can they? Does
I
knock
guess they
work
have
on
a
manacles?
lock.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
does
sure.
knock have somatic components?
Oh yes, that would be if they
Yep.
were manacled themselves, they wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
I forgot I was
They
still
can get
signed
other
into
people out of
fucking-
them.
into Blazing Azure Crow.
You're logged in. Oh, I panicked for a second. I saw me post and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's me.
And
It's
we're
me. I
stopping
forgot I
game
was
while
still
I
logged
sort that out. But it's just you. Okay,
in.
as long as it's just you.
Okay.
Knock is verbal components only. Huh.
Oh, what?
That's the case, then, huh?
Well, fucking good luck tying up a wizard. It wouldn't work on the bands though. Yeah, it's only verbal.
Shit.
Damn.
Could the object can be? Yeah, it actually says in knock. Just for the sake of finishing this train of thought, the object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or another object that contains a mundane or magical means of preventing access. It doesn't even say a lock. It just says if it has a locking mechanism or anything that prevents access, then it works on it.
Crazy.
Heck.
Knock is such a good spell, man.
Yeah. Target that is held by or shut by a mundane lock, or that is stuck or barred, becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. So basically, it just removes any obstruction that's preventing a thing from opening, technically, or disarms arcane
You
lock.
need special wizard manacles that have like 4 locks on them.
I mean,
Instead of
don't
only
gotta
just
tell
one
me
of
how
the set.
don't gotta tell me how good knock is. I used it to skip a shrine.
Yep.
Heckin'. Anyways, let's hope Deco gets his internet back, and let's jump back in.
Yeah.
I hope he does. And Waterdeep. Don't do that. How dare you? Ah.
What's wrong?
Sounded like that one hurt.
Yeah. It was loud.
No, it's fine. Everything's
Where's,
fine.
where's Flair going?
Alright. I got us
Now we're
back
not
in.
fine.
The timer is going. We got a while yet. We just FYI, just time wise, because we took that like weird Yu-Gi-Oh conversation, I like threw an additional half hour onto the first half
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
because we got distracted for a while
Yeah.
One could say that.
because of general miscommunication. That was nobody's fault. So what's this bird doing?
I'm gonna roll a direction.
He's not even gonna do the spiral thing. He's just gonna go.
It's just gonna, yeah, it's very
goes
much the
up.
Professor Thaddeus of go.
He understood none of what I said. That's what a -3, I guess, will do.
Yeah. He flies off. He, after I'd say like 100 feet, vanishes into the rain. He is somewhere.
Let's hope he understands at least the if it goes off, take us there part.
How long will he be gone? Roll me 1d4.
1,000 years.
All right.
Oh no.
He'll show up in 3 hours.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay, well, while he's
In the
off
meantime,
being a
With
trooper.
our characters having no knowledge of any of the roles done in the meta,
Yep.
Bax is very confident this plan is going to work out. It's going to
Yeah.
succeed.
They didn't listen to the spiral part, but you know what? Maybe he'll get lucky.
yeah.
Maybe he just knows something we don't. We should trust the
Maybe.
owl.
I trust my friend Flair.
Leaf, do you trust the owl? Inspiring.
Beautiful.
Truer words have never been said, Alif. Anyways, what are we doing now? We want to go and try to see if we can get a meeting with
Maybe.
Old Yala and or Krabas.
Do we know where she's being held?
The last time you saw them, they were being held at a guard station not too far from their villa. You wouldn't know if they're still there. It's been a day.
It's been a day, so
Yeah.
they might have already like moved her to a more secure place. I may as well go over there and check, at least.
Yeah, there's no point in not trying.
Yeah.
Might be here. Might be
We've
waiting
got
for
3
Flo for a
hours to
while.
kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's head over to. Oh, I'm getting a call. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm just now realizing we should have gone to the place and then sent Flair away. But you know what? It's too late for that now. We'll just have to remember we were at Growlhound Villa when we sent him off, I think, right? So
You were in Troll Skull Alley.
oh, okay. So we just got to go back to Troll Skull Alley. It's no big deal.
This is actually a good illustration. Where's Troll Skull Alley? There it is. Just because Spence isn't here, I can take a moment. So the range that you can telepathically communicate with Flair is 1/5 of the circle around Troll Skull Alley.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's actually a lot shorter.
Because I remember we were having issues like being kind of right across the street from the villa, and I was
It would
reaching
be
the end of my limit.
roughly that if you were at the center of it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Actually, more like bah. Yeah. It's an eyeball. It's a weird purple and yellow eyeball now. All right, so you guys
You guys make your way towards the guard station. Sorry, what were you saying, Logan?
No, I was just saying you guys take the lead. You guys.
You start rolling back there. Who's going in? Who's doing what? It's
To
available. You
the-
see guards pacing about. There's still a few people seeming to do some desk work. There's significantly less people than the last time you were here.
Okay.
Torch will probably take
guess-
the lead on this.
Yeah, I'll probably take the lead on this. So, yeah, we're at the guard station, I assume?
Yep. Yeah, you make your way there.
Okay. Do I know anybody? Like any of the guards here? Or anything?
Is Hugh here?
Hugh, he works
Is
in the
Donald?
dock board, apparently.
Ah,
Is Donald
I
here
miss
then?
Hugh.
Is
Well,
who?
Donald. I miss Donald.
Heckin' roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll me a D8.
Okay.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you normally, when you were guard, worked in the trades ward. Roll me so 1, 2 districts away. Roll me a D100. We'll say that you have we'll say 35% chance that someone that you worked with before now works in the North
Okay.
Ward.
Ah, dang it. All right.
No one here that you knew.
All right, cool. All right. In that case, I'd like to approach one of the guards, and say, "Hey, the Growlhund girl. What was her name again?
Yala.
Lydia
Hello.
Grelhund?
Yeah. Is she still here?
No, she's been moved somewhere for safekeeping. May I ask your business?
I'm with Force Grey. I'll show him my badge. We're investigating the case about the fireball that went off in Troll Skull Alley. Had some questions for her.
She's been moved to a safe house in the castle ward. It's been obviously a traumatic incident for her and her children. She's being
Right.
kept under watch and key by the city guard.
Hmm.
If you'd like to direct any questions, you could look for any of my senior officers.
No, I think we'll. Well, yeah. I'd like to know where the safe house is. So.
What about
Or
her
we could-
bodyguard? The half-orc dude.
He's been moved with her.
Ah, okay.
Mhm. And may I speak to your superior officer then?
Yes, I'll send for him. He turns and walks off a side hall as another nearby guard takes his post effectively.
Cool.
Fool.
Let me find his superiors. V- Where's his name? I had you before. You see the familiar face of Seth Cromley come out in his lieutenant's uniform. I didn't expect I'd see you all so soon again. Don't suppose you have anything more to add to what's going on right now?
Well, we were hoping to actually get some more information ourselves. We wanted to talk to the Yala Growlhund, but she's apparently been moved to a safe house in the castle ward.
That is correct. I'm afraid there's no logistical reason I could have someone connected to a massacre that occurred yesterday. Give them reason to see one of the potential victims once again. As much as Blackstaff has had us release you, I would have to still consider you all suspects in whatever exactly happened yesterday. I'm still trying to figure this out.
Right. Well, if you could pass on a question to her, I don't know.
I could do that.
We wanted to know if, well, we saw a Nimblewright be passed an object of that we don't know what it was, but she passed an object to the Nimblewright and it escaped. We assume that the Nimblewright is working for her. We wanted to know where it would have gone.
Roll me a general charisma check.
Sure. 13.
13 is
Middle of the road.
Pretty good. It's pretty okay.
I'll pass that on.
All right.
We'll see if we can get anything out of her. We, between you and me, we all know that she's got her hands in something here.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely.
the line between the common folk and the nobility is always a problem when it comes to these things.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lieutenant. If you need any help from Force Grey or the Obsidian Halls, then feel free to call upon me.
I'll keep that in mind as much as my position gets in the way. I'll let you know that there should be a lot less Zents around in the coming days.
All right. Thank you very much.
He gives you a nod and turns back and walks into his office.
All right.
Walks into a wall.
Sorry. It's been a long day.
The game didn't program like the door opening, so he just sort of passes through it.
He Skyrims. He walks into the wall until he slowly slides to the door frame, then walks through, all the while keeping eye contact with you with his head turned because you're within range.
Yeah.
I heard you're not bad with restoration.
Need something?
Have you been skulking around like that?
And then, yeah, I guess we don't really have a reason to stick
Waterdeep?
around here.
Where
Nonsense.
where would her husband or would her husband's body have been taken?
His corpse?
I'm just
No.
posing a question to the party.
Would I know that?
There's a multitude of places it could be taken. It could be here. It could be brought to a local temple. In her case, she's a noble, so she's probably trying to arrange for his resurrection.
So, yeah. She's
As
probably
you
not
guys said that
gonna
you
get that
talked-
accomplished until like she's out, though. Unless she can, but get that accomplished.
Well,
Well,
if
you
they
guys
wait
said
too
you
long, that
talked-
resurrection's going to be awful expensive.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You guys said you
Who
talked to the dead before, right? With some of your
Through the
Zentrine contacts?
Zents.
Yeah.
Contacts, yeah.
We'd need to know where the body was if we're going to arrange that again, and we'd have to pull a favor again.
Yeah. Ugh.
Maybe we should just wait until your bird finds something.
That seems like the most immediate thing to do. If we do pull a favor with the Zentarim again, it's not like we're going to get it in the next hour.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually.
I'm sure it's only going to take like half an hour for your bird to come back, right?
Yeah, he's pretty quick, so
yeah,
probably
he knows
shouldn't be too long.
he knows what he's due, or
He knows what he's doing. He's a
Flash of
smart owl.
lightning.
At this
I'm
moment,
sure he's fine.
at this moment, the owl is breaking through the clouds and flying straight up into space. confident that he's close to achieving his instructions.
This is what Kyra told me to do.
The tool I need to kill Lord Ao.
That's what she said.
She didn't say it, but I know
Flying
what she meant.
straight up, breaks through the clouds, looks heading straight for the sun. Your time has ended. Now is the time of dark.
How would you guys like to spend if you're waiting for
We're
Flare to
waiting-
return? How would
we
you like
should
to spend
return
your
to-
time?
Probably
Troll
back to
Skull Alley.
go back to Troll Skull Alley and get
Something
dry.
to me.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, Eric, it's you and me now,
Oh shit.
and I'm fucking tired. So,
Oh fuck.
all right. I think we should go back to Troll Skull Alley, try to dry off. Alif will probably insist on cleaning because we don't have shutters. So Alif, fucking somebody doesn't fight you, but you pretend that they do fight you, and then you do it. All right, done. Then the cop's like, we should wait, and I'm like, but we should do something fun. We should get like some alcohol, and he's like, no, we're waiting for a job. And then Bax is like, then you're stupid, and you don't do things the way I do things. And then he goes upstairs and waits.
Okay, I'm back.
Fucking Bax and Kyra are just like.
It's
on the
all
first
right,
floor
Spencer.
working out.
I've realized you're not needed anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, I've figured out Torin, so
Okay.
his functions
For
are
sure.
served.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just get out of here then.
That's
Later,
fine.
guys.
You leave when I say you leave.
He
You
doesn't
overturn
let
the
Bax
obsidian
do the
hall.
fun things, and that is his character.
Nailed it. I made him as a counter to Bax.
An anti-Bax, if you will. A fucking anti-Baxers.
Can one of you roll me any die? I just need an odds or evens.
I'll do it. Oh, okay. I was the last one to do it. I just won't.
Okay.
I rolled a d12, so. And,
It's the higher one, so.
and I rolled first. So, you know.
Evens. You return to the obsidian halls and you kill time.
It's dead now.
After roughly 3 hours, there is an owl that appears in the window with a copper object strapped to its back.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, hey Flare. Where did
Just boom.
did it go off?
Who?
If it went off, take us to where it went off.
It flies away.
We're gonna follow it. I'm following it. That's what I'm
Flies
doing.
Let's
Over a
go!
rooftop.
Stay close to the ground!
Just stay close, Flare.
It flies back.
stay close to us while you fly in the direction of the thing.
It's gonna spend some time. It's gonna flutter building to building, effectively, to not just disappear, since it can just fly in a straight line.
Gotcha.
Um, how long is it gonna take you?
Right back to the temple.
The House of Inspired Hands. It's gonna take you about
It takes us
2
back to the
hours
Temple
get
of
there.
God.
You guys start slowly following Flare throughout the city as it leads you through the soaked streets. As people are moving into buildings, you pass by the yawning portal. You follow the main roads as it slowly makes its way towards the dock wards.
Oh. See, Flair's a champion. I knew he'd be able to pull through.
I'd like to note that while we're flying, I'd like to have taken the rod, and while we're running, like, be holding it down so that as soon as we get within general range of it, like, we know that we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
You get to the dock wards, and you
The Dockwards. Oh no.
The dock
you
wards.
start getting reaction around which one of the thing now. Heck.
Dock
Heckity heck.
wards. Oh no. It's the dock wards. It's stuff is hiding. Dock wards. Woo!
Nailed it.
Danger, it's a shipping crate. There are boats coming into dock here.
You, there it is. You guys see a series of boats, all of which, as you pass by them, the detector begins to react.
Cool. Wait, like in the direction of one of the boats?
Yep, there are 3 ships. It seems to be reacting near.
Do the
all
boats
of
have
whom seem
names?
to have a similar let me find their name.
Are they like ships, or are they like, what kind of boats are we talking?
These are large ships. There's a few cannons you can see mounted on some of them. They are quite fancy, given the presence of any sort of firearm on them. There is a crew of what looks like quite dapper-looking men. They all kind of look like the typical swashbuckler if they didn't get dirty that often.
Okay.
Okay.
Baby's first swashbuckler.
You see a few larger people loading different things on and off the ships. You see the ships named the Heartbreaker, the Hellraiser, and the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Okay.
If we walk near like the 3 different ships, does it react stronger to any one of them, or does it just
It seems to react equally to all 3.
it's a binary effect, I guess?
Yeah. As you approach each one, it seems to accelerate, and as you approach another one, it seems to accelerate.
Okay.
Okay.
So it reacts to all 3 of them. Okay.
You know what we should do?
Each one seems to be provoking a reaction.
We should talk to
Absolutely.
to the people we can see that run these boats, and we should ask them if they employ nimble rights.
That'd be the first course of action.
Maybe.
Look
Okay.
around for boyos.
Yeah, I'll approach one of the rowdy-looking boyos. One of the boatmans.
Yeah, you see one kind of scoping you guys out, watching you. He's got a rapier at his side and a small hand crossbow tucked under a like kind of a half robe. It's I guess closer to a mantle is what it would look like. He's got a hat on with a small feather out the side.
Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. You tell me. Do you
He gives
have?
kind of an up and down? He's looking at the instrument in your guys' hand.
Pay no attention to this. This is not your concern. Don't mind it.
Stop minding it. Do you employ any nimble rights on your ship?
Yeah, before, yeah.
Are you employing them now?
Sure. Who's asking?
Us.
Us. Specifically, I show my badge, Force Gray.
I have no idea what that is.
He's a cop.
It's like cops, basically.
Okay. Something
Essentially.
something happening around these parts that you're looking for nimble rights officer?
Yeah, one in particular. Want to set off a very large explosion in the middle of town.
It's quite murderous. It
Are
fled.
you from here?
No, we're not from around here.
Not from around here. Explain why you don't, know a lot about nimble rights. Do you mind if we take a look at your ship?
And you want to talk to the captain about that.
We're
You
not
bring out
looking
your
for
captain
anything
then.
except for the nimble right we came for. We're not looking to touch any of your stuff. Don't worry. Name's Bax, by the way. Fandolin, champion of Fandolin.
Yeah, I could take you to him if you want. He's the one out there. You see the two ships are in dock, and one is slightly out to sea, the larger of the three.
Are these all your ships?
Well, these aren't all my ships. They're all the captain's ships.
Well, I mean, like, you guys collectively, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we should talk to your captain then. So one of the three is kind of out to sea, you said?
Yeah, it's too
So-
big to be properly docked. So they have you see occasionally boats will go to and from it, like smaller ones.
So it's less likely that the nimble right is on that one. So that sort of limits it down to the two, but we can't totally disregard that
If
one.
you
It may
want,
have
I
found
can
a way.
also get him and bring him here. If you don't want to come on our boat, I don't know if you guys have the sea legs for it.
Oh, I got the sea legs. Let's fucking go.
Fucking Kyra just perpetually on fire Ganassi. What are you talking about? I love the ocean.
Yeah, man.
Practically born in it. Looks over the edge. Oh shit, the material plane's ocean is water? Oh yeah, that makes sense. It would be water.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? If it turns out that they're not on that ship, it'd be quicker to stay here so we could search these two boats. If we go onto that ship, then that's
Oh,
a
that
whole...
one, then no. Yeah.
And
Maybe if we get closer onto the ship, we can maybe that thing will get a easier read on where exactly the nimble rights are.
Does it look like all three boats are kind of within the same 500 foot area? Like, would we believe that if we went to the other boat that's out there, that the two boats that are docked would be out of the range of the device?
It'd probably still be within range. It'd be close to the cusp, but I wouldn't say it's more than 500 feet out.
it'd be really nice if this thing had a way to, like, reduce the range that it was looking so we could narrow it down. Ah, well.
Can we just lightly press on the switch? I don't know.
I don't understand the word lightly, so that plan won't work.
Yeah, that's
I have two modes, officer.
Yeah, I guess we should get on that ship then, and we should go talk to the captain about it. Sure, we'd love to meet with him.
All right. He gestures to a small rowing boat nearby. Hop in.
All right.
And
So-
as we're making our way over there, I want to ask him. So, what do you guys normally ship?
All sorts of things. It really depends on who's paying what. We also have a bit of a carnival thing going on. We perform more than we do trading.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
What kind of performance?
You name it.
Sword swallowing.
Sure.
Torch juggling.
Say what?
Torch juggling.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Can I insight this guy?
Sure.
We need to know if he's being truthful.
Are these things really gonna be there? Is he just getting my hopes up? Is this
Yeah,
guy just getting my hopes up about what's gonna be there?
He's so darn confident. This guy definitely does all these things.
Yeah, man.
Damn, sounds like we gotta attend one of those performances.
If you're
Hey,
lucky
when's your
enough.
next show?
Hey. Do you
Yeah,
have
nothing right now, not with this rain.
Do you have
For
competitive combat?
No, if these swords get drawn, it's to kill somebody.
Then what's even the point of a party?
It's got a point.
Are you one of the performers?
Am I one of the performance? Yeah, I perform sometimes, sure.
Then why do you need a sword and a crossbow?
In case I need to kill somebody.
Why do you need to kill somebody if you're just a performer?
In case they're trying to kill me.
Why would someone want to try and kill you?
You're clearly not a sailor.
All right.
Why you got
fair
that hat? What are you trying to hide? You bald under there? What's going on? You got hair and a hat? That's suspicious. Trying to hide something there, clearly. There's no reason that you'd have a hat if you already had hair.
Where's the murderer?
Where's the nimble right? Just grabs him on the boat. We know you have it! Alright. I have on the record no questions for this guy. I am not
Me neither.
Yeah.
You are brought close as you see several similarly dressed gentlemen lean over the boat and call down to him. Hey! Some people asking questions, cops or something. They wanted to talk about nimble right.
Only one of us is a cop! Hi, Carrie.
Okay, only one of them's a cop.
I just want that on the record.
All right.
But which one is it?
You'll never know.
It's this one. This one's the cop.
No!
They raise you up as you're brought on board. You see on the deck there's about 5 or 6 of them immediately visible, mostly similarly armed, to differing degrees of fanciness. Most of them seem fairly clean cut and unblemished for seafaring folk. As one of them just you wait here for a second, I'll announce to the captain that you've arrived, and he turns and walks down.
So gonna get jumped.
This seems shifty to anyone else. Just like openly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't think it was until he said that.
Like, do they know we were coming? Like, what's going on here?
you don't get announced
these guys-
unless you're gonna get pounced.
But no, these guys are performers. Come on, guys.
If you let people come in with what you have right now, you just
You're still here.
Big ass steel gauntlets. There's like 8 of us. Of course there is. We all just sound the same for some reason.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's how it goes.
He just gestures to your weapon. If you walk into the captain's cabin unannounced, that seems like a reason for him to want to kill you.
These aren't weapons.
No, they're just really thick armor.
They're tools.
I like you.
What if someone attacks me?
Fighting is my job. These are my... You could use a hammer to kill someone. You don't fucking point at a hammer on a carpenter and say that's a weapon. It's just a carpenter. He's
I
got a
wrote them
hammer.
off on my taxes.
I write these off on my taxes, guys. I write my health potions off on my taxes because I'm a gladiator.
After about 2-3 minutes, one of the sailors comes back out. Come on in. You're invited to dinner, I guess.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. Okay.
All right.
Odd, but cool.
As you are ushered towards a set of double doors on the main deck.
This is odd in many ways.
Right? Like, shit.
Are we?
I'm sure we're fine.
We're probably fine.
Yeah, we're probably fine.
Okay, we follow them and we go to dinner.
Yep. You walk in. You see a large dining that decked with like a golden filigree. There are purple curtains, quite thick but soft looking, festooned with these silken tassels dangling off the side. There's a light scent of perfume kind of purveying about the room, and quite a large amount of food already laid out. As you see behind it all, with a wine glass in his hand, is a well-built, quite scantily clad gentleman wearing a bright red ensemble designed to really show off the slim figure, and a significant amount of chest hair.
Interesting.
Dangling from their waist is a flashy engraved rapier.
For a second, I thought you had said they have an amount of chest hair dangling from their waist. I was very briefly very confused.
Like, wow, that is a lot of chest hair. But it's practically a coat.
I braid this to keep it beautiful.
I mean, yeah, good on you. Alif, knock it off, Alif. You don't need to stop trying to scrub the decks here. Sit down and eat.
Okay. Gesturing towards you with his wine glass. Welcome aboard the Eye Catcher. Flashing a set of pearly white teeth. Zardoz Zord at your service.
What was his name?
Zardoz Zord.
Zardoz Zord.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going
I think I can see why they call it the eye catcher.
Vax is going to kind of unceremoniously and slowly lift up the device and press the trigger on it. Is it going off
It
here?
reacts, yeah.
Okay, no change.
Lowers it slowly.
Okay. My name is Toringesh. I'm with Force Grey. I heard you have nimble rights employed onto this ship.
I have many things employed on this ship, and nimble rights are one of them, yes.
What are you doing with nimble rights on this ship?
The same thing anyone does with nimble rights.
You see, they're supposed to be under the city government's employ.
Maybe within the city, I'm not exactly sure. But I've had a few given to me over time from people around the world. They make quite useful laborers, given that they don't really need sleep all that much. And they make quite excellent performers whenever we are in town. They're, how to describe them? They're an attraction. Nothing more.
Someone by the name of, what's her name?
Yala Gralhund.
Yala. Someone by the name of Yala Gralhund give you a nimble right?
Or vice
Nimble?
versa.
No. No one
Or
in this
vice
city's
versa.
ever given me any. I have my 3, one on each ship. They're currently, I think, asleep. As asleep as they can be.
So you've only got
You should
one
try
on
the
each of your
chicken, it's
ships?
very good. Yes, one each.
Okay, so basically, I'm a just level with you here, Captain Pirate, not a pirate guy. We're currently trying to apprehend one that escaped from a crime scene. There's some intercity issues going on where one might know some things about an attempted murder / successful murders. And this device was supposed to help us to find it, and it finds nimble rights. It went off around your ships. I don't suppose you'd allow us to search around and see if any of your ships has one more nimble right than it's supposed to have.
Sure, my men can show you all around, but please eat first.
In fact, would it be possible, and this would make it a lot easier for us, if you only have the 3 nimble rights, would it be, would you be upset by taking them all off your ships and, like, moving them a couple blocks into the city, just briefly, so that if there is an extra one here and we use this thing, if it goes off, that means our guy is here. Would that be all right with you?
Strange request.
It's easier than searching your ships entirely.
It can be done, sure.
All right.
I'm
well,
always willing to help the city watch. Or whatever it is you are.
we're a bunch of things. That delineates the whole thing, I think, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah, pretty much. That'll make it
Can
real
I-
easy.
Can I do a general insight on this guy?
Yeah.
I'm getting a we don't mess with his business, he won't mess too hard with ours kind of vibe.
He seems like he's not someone to tell you everything. He's clearly got
Right.
stuff going on. But he's very excited about everything in front of him, and he seems to be, from your 16, he's trying to read you as much as you're trying to read him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
All right.
That's why I'm trying to sell this as casual as possible. Nothing I'm saying is a lie, but I'm just leaving out that the Nimblewright also had an item that is of value.
Yeah, about once a year I visit many islands, and one of them, Lantern, has a few Nimblewright facilities in there, so I picked up a few. They they function well.
All right. If you could send word to your men to get the Nimblewrights off the ships and move them away, then we could employ this thing and get to the bottom of this rather quickly.
Sure. He waves at one who immediately just ducks around behind his out the double doors and seems to head below deck.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is it that you all do?
I'm a gladiator. I'm the Fandolin champion of Fandolin. I'm famous. I like to fight. I'd fight you if you wanted me to.
Were you the one that was like, was it 3-4 days ago? You were at the Fields of Triumph.
Hell yeah, I was. Were you
I
there?
saw your fights. Indeed I was.
Ah, did you like the show?
Yes, it was nice. I prefer the evening shows over the daytime ones. Definitely for the bits I could catch, it was quite the fight.
What's in the evening shows again?
In the evening shows, you guys haven't been to any, but for the most part, it's just a quieter crowd, and
More
a lot of the
fights,
same.
but less heckin' crowd. All right.
Well, I can't attest to those, but seeing as how I wasn't involved, I'm sure they weren't nearly as good. But
you should see some of my shows.
Oh,
No fighting, but we put on quite the event. We also help with some of the parades that you speak of.
oh really?
Oh.
Yep, that's what we mostly do. We transport floats. We do entertainers, wagons, things like that.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking to make a big name for myself here in the city. I'm already pretty well known across the countryside. These fists do, after all, unite the world, but they found a home here. So if you come back to the arena, you're gonna see a lot more of me. I'd normally give some kind of speech about fucking breaking stone, but I'm having an off day, so just
As you're saying this, a Nimblewright enters the room holding a decanter, and he holds it up to his side and fills up his wine glass.
okay, but that you gotta get out of here though.
Oh yes, it will come with us when we make our way to shore.
Okay.
Perfect.
Where are
Nothing
you coming
can do,
from?
no. Currently, what was our last destination? The Moonshay?
Oh,
Oh.
heck.
Is it nice there?
It's warm. There's a lot of fantastical people, a lot of duels, which, yeah, I mean, if they're to your taste. It's a different life. I particularly enjoy the wine you can get there, especially if you can get a hold of any of the elves.
Neat.
Yeah. No other real questions.
And he's a cop. They're a mage.
Oh yeah.
right
Wizard-
about that.
wizard
I'm
things.
part of Force Grey.
I'm not immediately familiar with this Force Grey.
A group of ex-guards, essentially, helping out the city.
Like a, what is the word? A reserve?
Sort of. Yeah.
Hey, I've never asked you, and I've been wondering about it for a while, actually, Torin. If your intention was to keep on helping the city, why quit being a guard?
I couldn't do as much as I wanted, being a guard.
So it's like the Force Grey compared to guards, they have like, you have more freedom to follow leads and stuff?
Essentially, yeah.
I've been wondering what the difference was for a while now.
Force Grey doesn't really have a, like, they don't have the city's watch's authority, but fairly well respected around the city.
Don't
Okay.
gotta play by all the strictest rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I get that. Neato.
The mage. Where exactly are you from? You're not the most common face I've seen in this part, and I'm not the most common face I've seen in this part, but you're quite unique.
Yeah, I'm not from around these parts. I'm actually from over in the Moonshay.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
part?
Heckin', I had a city prepared for this. Is it It's Care Corwell?
Ah, I love Kirkorwell.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't been back home in quite a while.
It makes sense. It's quite the journey. Took us, what, 2.5 months, I think, sailing?
Oh.
And that's with these ships, which are quite fast.
Hot dang.
Yeah. Just been traveling the Sword Coast on a bit of a mission, but I've been seeing the sights and having
Tell me
fun
about
with
this mission.
these guys. Oh, my friend went missing a few years back, and looking for her.
I don't want to say condolences. That feels like the wrong word, but I am sorry for the difficulties you face.
It's. I'm sure I'll find her someday.
In any case, this food is getting cold, so I'm going to eat. You're welcome to as well. And then we can make our way to shore, and you can wave your thing at my boats, and
Against my D&D
What's on the-
instincts. Nom 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 nom.
I was gonna say, like, what's on the table?
there's a large amount of, like, more than all of you together could collectively. There's roast chicken. There seems to be like suckled pig. There's what looks like maybe caviar. There's a myriad of food. If you can imagine it, it's probably there. And if it's not there, you might even be able to just ask for it.
I go for the pudding.
It absolutely is there.
Yep.
Meat,
black pudding,
meat,
it's taxi.
meat, 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 meat,
Yes.
meat, 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 meat. Nom 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 nom.
Meat. Nom 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 nom.
And then I'm poisoned, but it's okay, because I'm here to play D&D.
I see
Exactly.
you're a fan of the more carnivorous menu.
Yeah,
Do
well,
you care to join me with something a little more unique?
what are we talking?
Have you ever eaten Red Dragon?
I knew you were going to say dragon. I just had this feeling in the pit of my stomach that it was going to be dragon.
It's
Let's-
cost me a lot of money to get a hold of, but I've yet to have anyone in my crew brave enough to try it, and I don't wish to have it by myself. That seems less fun.
Certainly, I'll give it a go. I'm not one to pass up a challenge.
Shit, dude.
He nods, and again, someone disappears down towards wherever this kitchen would be. They head below deck, and after a brief period of time, a single, about the size of like a T-bone steak. It's not very large. Bit of seared meat comes in that the smell of which almost itself burns your eyes. It's actually difficult to like not have your eyes water just eating this thing. I've been told it is extremely spicy, and if not prepared correctly, is even a little bit dangerous, which is why I've been hanging on to this one and just letting it age over time.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, Max likes spicy food, I've decided. Give me this. Give me this.
I feel like it's mandatory for a fire ganassi to like spicy food.
The nimble right cuts off very small piece. Think like the sample size they give you at the store.
Oh yeah.
It's cut into pieces of about that size, and small toothpicks are placed into each one and put on just a lone plate in front of Baxter, in front of him. Either of you, are you interested?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll try a bite.
All right.
That is cannibalism, Torin.
Yeah, I saw that.
shit.
coming.
It's okay for me to be doing this, but somehow it's wrong for you.
I hadn't considered the cultural insensitivity that this is bringing
Quick,
about.
someone get him some human meat.
That could be arranged.
I'll be fine.
That will somehow make this less weird.
As
Dragonborns aren't dragons.
You keep saying that, but it's in the name, so...
Yeah, there's a whole reason for that.
as a large pitcher is placed in between everyone, and glasses are filled with what looks like a very thick, heavy cream. You may need this. I've not had this yet, so I'm ready to experience this with you, my friends. He holds up the toothpick and he plops it in his mouth.
I'm gonna fucking eat it. Give me that. Give me it. I want
Down
it.
the hatch.
Roll me Constitution saving throws.
Oh, I didn't do very well.
12!
We both got 12.
Constitution.
Quick,
save.
Kyra, get 12.
Oh! Damn!
It is fucking hot. Like, there are spicy foods that start very spicy and die down. There are spicy foods that start like nothing and just have that extended, like, Carolina Reaper, an hour-long burn. This is, but it starts very painfully hot and stays very painfully hot. It is difficult to smell, and the room itself, like the perfume that you could smell before, that disappears. You just feel as though you're breathing flame.
Mucus and just running down our faces. Mucus and tears.
Oh. Like her hair just lights on fire. Like it does the Ganassi thing of like it glows like fire.
Zardos himself is just leaning against the table, just sweat pouring down his face. He just reaches for his cream and drinks a bit of it. He's like, whew.
It's got a little kick.
Delicious when you get past the spice.
I'm a down a whole bunch of it, of the cream, happily so. And then slam the pitcher down on the table. It's like, and I want more!
He nods, and the nimble right, as you mention it, they hand you more if you want it.
Fucking breathes
Yeah.
smoke, keeps eating.
Shit, I'm not about to be outdone. Let's go for another.
Not even going for the cream, I go for another bite.
Oh, jeez. Roll me Constitution saving throw. Torrid with disadvantage.
That's fair.
Bam. I have become immune.
Oh.
I have become immune to this. I am a god. I am the spice
Zardos
god.
joins in on round 2 as well, and he's doing fine, but he's also dripping with sweat still. I need to find an effect.
I'll
At
be right
that
back
point,
real quick.
I will then go for the cream.
It helps a lot, but not as much as you want.
Yeah. Give
I'm
more.
not gonna pussy out. I'm going for another.
Yeah.
I need to find a thing first.
Ooh.
This is some weird shit, and Kyra's into it.
You feel all of your skin feels like it's warming up, like beyond where, like fever levels of hot. As all of the bits of rain and moisture from outside clinging onto you, you see it steaming slightly off of your bodies.
Oh, damn.
Oh, someone's.
There's a log.
Someone is getting a call.
Who dat?
Oh, that's Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he stepped away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the man steps in the room with a strange-looking instrument as he begins to serenade you all.
Oh shit! It's my jam.
This is a song from my people's homeland.
Oh, that's very nice. Hey, is anyone else's vision just nothing but blur?
I'm doing pretty all right.
Oh. Okay.
You could swear a bit of smoke comes out as you exhale, Torin.
Oh shit!
I'm supposed to be a silver dragonborn, not a red dragonborn.
Just breathe some cold on it. Do we want to like throw him on mute for a sec?
I don't know, I'm finding this fun.
Okay.
What the fuck is Logan doing?
I don't know.
He's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Bad.
Okay, it was a song from my
This is why
people's
you go on
homeland.
mute when you leave.
What?
This is why you go on mute when you leave.
I'm sorry, I normally do.
No, it's okay. It's a song from my people's homeland.
Apparently, a bard came in and serenaded us with a very strange instrument.
Oh,
Vanishes in a puff of smoke.
Whoa.
So in case you missed it, Logan, you feel like though your body's entering fever level temperatures, and you see steam rising off of the parts of you that are still wet from the rain outside.
oh, I'm fine.
I want to try a fucking
I keep eating.
white dragon.
Yeah, same.
Do you have any-
Look, if they
any white
have their
dragon meat?
element, you just try like fucking green dragon. You just melt. Just die.
Or would that be black dragon meat?
Oh.
Yeah, you just fucking die from poisoning.
Well, black dragon's
Oh,
acid.
acidic.
Well,
Yeah.
green.
Oh, green would just be you die from poison.
Yeah.
Obviously. And then
White is just you freeze. You just freeze solid.
you eat it like ice cream.
You're going in for round 3.
No,
All right.
I'm not.
Who is going in for round 3?
Me.
Kyra is.
Alrighty. I need one last Constitution save from both of you with disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Well,
I've decided that a leaf will also go into this. What is her constitution saving?
Alif
Throw 'em
in
on.
the corner staring at a Iron Bands of Bolaro meeping.
No! Oh fuck, that's a 6.
Ah.
Oh no!
Nice.
You're supposed to have disadvantage too.
Oh, disadvantage.
so-
Sorry. Wait. I had disadvantage, so.
Nice. All right. So, as the heat builds and builds and builds, you both on round 3 are finding a slight difficulty speaking. Not a ton, but like you can still do it. But trying to speak clearly and concisely is becoming difficult as your mouth is just swelling to deal with the heat. And you are having, even Kyra, like you're normally a warm-bodied person, you feel hot.
Oh.
Hot.
Oof.
Other than that, no noticeable effects.
Big oof.
Oh.
It's good shit.
Just head to
Good.
the mainland, and we can have this nimble right thing dealt with.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
sounds
exactly?
good.
That'd be good.
All right.
Tell me on the boat right back. I'll meet you outside. Let me grab some of my things first.
Cool.
Amazing. I've been gifted with the voice of the dragon. Ah,
Amazing.
that was a high note.
He just becomes Glenn.
Ah, amazing.
Amazing.
Oh.
Stupendous.
This'll make interrogations way easier.
We just go into the interrogation room, just looking like we're almost about to cry. So we get that sympathy.
You're all escorted back out on deck as Zord himself walks up to the boat beside you. The Nimblewright shall accompany you along with some of my crew. They'll pass the message on to my other ships to have the Nimblewrights exit for a bit before they return.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Always happy to help if you have any more suspicions of my crew, or you need hell, if you have stories to tell. I always love to spread them about. What exactly is it that you're looking for? What is this Nimblewright doing? You've piqued my curiosity.
Well, he's
Mass murder.
Yeah.
What is he killing for?
Well, we don't know yet. That's what we're hoping to find out.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck in your search, investigation, whatever you call it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
A half bow. And he turns and walks back into his main room.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
cool.
You are rowed back to docks where the boat is strung up. The Nimblewright accompanies you as it kind of just follows you about. Two of the three crewmen that come back with you dart onto the other two ships, and after a short period of time, some Nimblewrights appear.
Okay.
So what do you want these things?
At least 500 feet away from your ships.
Okay. He starts like putting one foot in front of the other. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just keep going. All right. And the Nimblewrights he came out with were like identical.
Yep, they all have like it's all metal, but they have like what appears to be a feathered cap, a long beard. They all have small rapiers at their side, much like the sailors.
What the Nimblewrights do?
Yep.
The Nimblewrights have small beards.
Yeah, small metal beards.
Huh.
And they all
I
have
love them.
rapiers at their sides, and they slowly begin pacing their way up one of the roads towards the interior of the city.
Nice.
All right.
5, 6, 7. So,
Keep going. Keep going.
we'll
Keep
get
going. Keep going. All right. Perfect. So, and at that point, let's try and press the button, see if they're getting any readings from the ship.
Alrighty. After a while, you let them clear off a good distance, and as you squeeze the trigger, there is no reaction.
Ah!
Fuck.
So it's... Could it have been one of the three
I mean,
that he had?
it could have been, I guess. But he said no one in the city ever gave him one. I mean, maybe someone might be. If she's in charge of that Nimblewright, that Yala lady, then I
Yeah.
guess maybe there could be someone on this crew that's working with her and gave her a Nimblewright to use.
Well, it only recently ran away, and it's only been around for a month, and this is their first visit in a while. So it's like if he's either lying to us or it would be odd. He would have like acquired it recently, so you think that like that would have mattered to him. It didn't look this way last time we saw it. Like there's just too many things that don't add up for it being one of his three.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... Yeah.
Looks
Well,
like
We hit a dead end then.
well, you know what we have to do now.
What's that?
Get the owl out.
Go search for more Nimblewrights, I guess.
I mean, it's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
And
I guess she'll pop Flare back out. Is he looking? How is he looking? Is he looking like tired?
Looks a little tired.
Maybe we should wait a little bit for him to regain some strength before he goes out doing it again.
It's a familiar.
Yeah, well, we don't want him to like just collapse in the street somewhere if he gets too tired.
Can they just fall over from exhaustion?
I mean, he's looking pretty tired.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I would rather not risk losing that thing and Flare to exhaustion in the city, and then we never find it again. Then we really lose our only shot.
Yeah, I guess. All right, well, let's take a break then.
Yeah. And I guess we could.
You say standing on the docks in the rain.
Yeah.
And now rain is just like steaming off of all of us.
Yes, it is.
This is the thing I like to imagine happens to Kyra all the time. But
I'm
it's
so
not actually
dry.
happening.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Suppose we could maybe just like check with like, I don't know, we could stop by Mert's place and see if he can keep an eye out for any like weird nibble raid activity or whatever or something, just as a weird
I guess.
whatever to do in the meantime.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. There's literally, we could just do anything at this point. We have nothing to go on.
Pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
since we're missing Deco, I will note we are very close to time.
Seems like a good time to call it.
Yeah, with no immediate major leads to jump at. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Just
right.
the suave, not pirates.
Totally not
Definitely
pirates.
not pirates.
Absolutely
But they're
not.
charming, so it's fine.
Definitely not Ocean fucking Vistani.
What do you think they've been up to since Barovia's collapsed?
Crazy.
Crazy. Oh. Man, that was a session right there.
That was a session.
Yeah,
We
it was
didn't really accomplish much in it, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
We acquired some leads that we can continue following. And
yeah.
we can rest up and then send our owl out again and be like, avoid the boats and the temple, report back about other places. Was this too many words, Bird?
I mean, also, just remember
Huh?
putting an effect on you guys, noting how much dragon meat you've eaten.
Eating 3
You have
pieces.
disadvantage on fucking everything.
You're now poisoned.
Nom, 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 nom.
And yum, 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 yum.
Oh. No. Oh, I'm gonna collapse. Jeepers.
I understand.
Feel like you ate just a bunch of dragon meat.
Yeah.
Oh. I'ma play those credits, and while I play the credits, I'm gonna remind everybody that if you want to send questions into ChatNat or to Chat19, to use the hashtag Chat19 hashtag on Twitter. And if any of you want to see like what the Chat19 format is like, we have a video that we put up earlier I think at the end of last month. The first one went up. If you're curious about like how it works, then heckin' go and check that out. It's a pretty casual listen that I thought was fun, personally. But I love all these nerds and I like hearing them talk, so I'm a little bit biased, I suppose.
That's fair. I understand.
You might hate all of us, and as such not want to get involved with this. In that case, that's fine. You're allowed to hate us.
Please hate us.
We
Alrighty.
need you to hate us.
Cue credits!
The credits.
Cue the credits, please.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's not the most true thing currently, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of the people that subbed and resubbed, and the people that donated and followed, and to Moobot, who's always there for us.
Good old Moobot.
Good old Moobot.
Oh, I gotta prepare more spells.
Oof. Oofa doofa doofu.
It's your level plus your spellcast, right?
For
For preparing spells.
Paladin?
For Paladin, I'm pretty
I
sure.
would check. I can't remember if it's half. I know for clerics it is, but it might be like half your level rounded down plus your spellcasting ability. I don't remember.
I will check.
For preparing spell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Preparing.
I think for that one, since it's like a half caster, I'm pretty sure. I think
Prepare
it's
the list
half.
of paladin spells that are available for you can cast, choosing yada yada. When you do so, choose a number of paladin spells equal to your charisma modifier plus half your paladin
Yeah.
level. Okay.
Yep, so I was right. Cool, go me. I can remember paladin stuff.
So-
I just can't remember cleric stuff. Apparently.
Okay. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah, it's because they're also a strong fighter
Mm.
and such.
I could not remember.
Such and sort.
More like you've got to go home. How did you get in here? You don't have to go home, but you do have to go home right now. Go home.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Be at home.
Be at
alrighty.
home or else.
All right, everybody.
Or
That's
else.
us. We're going to see you guys on Saturday for when the party dies.
Yeah.
And next time we fucking play Dragon Heist, I'm going to make sure that I
then-
sleep properly. And
Then
I
join
don't
us
have
next Thursday for when everybody dies as well.
Yes. Later, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.